I have been talking to air for the past 15 minutes. My bad, y'all. It's been a few months since I last did this. Hello, and welcome back again. I just burned so many good anecdotes on nothing. You're telling me I was spitting. Dude, I had some great lines coming out there. God damn it, we're gonna have to run this back. Okay, so this stream has been running on my PC for 15, 20 minutes. YouTube just wasn't ingesting. I hadn't clicked go live on the second screen. Of course, there are two buttons. Hello, everyone. My name is largely Unemployed. Contrary to the rumors, I'm not dead. That is my cat, Lily. She is orange. At some point in this stream, she will wake up and she will scream. She has a mouth and she will scream with it. I'm putting it out there. I'm warning you, it's gonna happen. She's very vocal. Hello. It was a warm-up round. Exactly. Hello, Falazir, Larks, Aditare, Vux. It's great to see you all. Das Uber-Admin. Yeah, I was having a whole shadow conversation. I was shadowboxing with you, man. We were chatting. You weren't responding. I thought maybe you just didn't like me. Thank you all so much for being here. It's so weird to be live again. It's been a very long time since we've been live on this channel. And thank you, Omega. Thank you for becoming a hair enjoyer once more. 31 months of contiguous support. Completely and entirely insane. I did say contiguous and not continuous. You can't stop me. I'll word wrong all day. Vanikin, 19 months of glory. Thank you. Thank you very much. The chat box doesn't make noises. I don't know why not. I try. I do. It doesn't read the donos, so I'll just read them for you. AI replica of our dead beloved LU is streaming. He is. So today's AI data centers require a lot of power, right? Like a whole bunch. And today we're going to try and resolve that by building them a Dyson Sphere program, or at least getting the start on it, because that is literally the theming of the game we're going to play today. You've all heard of Factorio. What if I told you that they made Factorio, but Chinese? That's exactly what we're going to be checking out this evening, morning, afternoon, depending on which time zone you find yourself trapped in. Now, thank you very much, Hanadi. 30 months, the mathematical calculations must resume. Indeed, that is, once again, quite literally the theming of what this game is about. For those of you who don't know, we have played Dyson Sphere Program on this channel in the past. We played, I think, 2 full series playthroughs. One of the vanilla game, one when Into the Void came out. Oh, sorry, the Dark Fog, which is like the game's combat system, was released. And then we also did a modded version of that before that combat system called They Come From the Void, which is really cool. It was like an early version of this concept that the developers then implemented. I really like this game. I haven't played it in 3 years. But I have one friction point with it, and that's kind of what I want to experiment with today. Because in a normal Dyson Sphere Program playthrough, the way it goes is that you have your early crafting stage, like Factorio, where you're manually mining stuff and you're building things by hand and you're placing them down, and then eventually you unlock roboports in Factorio, right? And you get bots that can place it for you. This game has kind of 2 stages to that. You get early logistics bots, which can deliver things to you, and those come about fairly quickly. But then somewhere up on the 3-hour mark, you unlock Planetary Logistics, which are like these big towers that extend up out of the atmosphere that allow you to send resources anywhere on the planet. And what happens is that you end up having to redesign your entire base around these things, and then you use them forever after that. You never go back to not using them because they're just too powerful. They're such an interesting, unique, what's the word I'm looking for, like mechanic in this game, that they kind of take over everything that you do after that point, which means that it's kind of frustrating to, you kind of end up rushing there anyway, just so that the builds you make, you don't have to remake later. So the question we're going to answer today is, what if Dyson Sphere Program, but slightly easier? I'm going to cheat in 100, let's say 100 planetary logistics stations and 1,000 drones, and we'll see if that makes the game more interesting or is actually a huge debuff early on. I don't know. I think it might derail things more than anything else. So if you are interested in the premise, drop a like on the stream, hit subscribe if you'd like to, I don't know, make my hairs tingle a little bit. So there's a couple left. They'll know. They'll know if you do. It's like radio receivers. And I'm not going to bore you with any more. Let's jump into the game. After I say hola to my wonderful chat, it has been like, guys, when was the last time I streamed? This Vintage Story? What was that, like 3 months ago? Yeah, that obsession ticked over. The fact that main buses aren't a thing in DSP always saddens me. I play with them anyway, Hanadi. We reconstruct the main bus from first principles in this game, okay? What about the power? Yeah, I do have a feeling that the power is going to be the debuff. We're going to find out how this goes. So let's try this out. You don't know the game? Don't worry. This is not going to fundamentally change much. It's just going to be like an interesting take. Before we get started, because I am going to timestamp this stream after we start playing, is the audio okay? 2 questions. Am I too loud? Is the music too loud? Or too soft? Please just do let me know if you can hear or not hear whatever's going on. All right. Good luck. Thank you, El. Thank you. Well, I mean, this is not going to be made into a playthrough likely, like not this stream specifically, while you guys answer the audio questions. But it is probably, we might return to the game for a video. If you've been wondering where we've been, I mean, obviously I've been very busy at work. Magic has been very busy in his real life. He's been doing a ton of like really cool stuff. He got his motorbike license. He's been riding my bike in my absence for me. And he's also got a really nice Kawasaki Z1000 as well. I've got an old BMW 350R that he's been riding for me, keeping it going. So he's just got his motorbike license today. Congrats, Magic. He's been working on the Workers and Resources Part 4. That's been our big focus. But our real focus has been on Largely Legal, the IHL channel where we talk about war crimes and human rights violations and other lighthearted matters over at www.youtube.com/largely legal. Capital L's, no space. It is, it's our next move. Largely Unemployed, very cool, very nice. It's not taking us to the big leagues. We gotta hop the fence, and that's the plan. The cat has returned to her slumber. Yes, yes. All right, music is barely audible. Music's a bit low. All right, cool. We have consensus. It's just such a hard one because if the music gets too loud, then you get kind of like too much going on. I'm gonna bump it like 5%. Let me know if that's any better. Lots to talk about these days. I know. I love that your cat wakes up with an empty orange stare. She has absolutely no processing capacity whatsoever. Evan, what's up, my man? Welcome back. So this, one last note before we get into it. This was Aisha's idea, my partner. It's a very good one. I've been reading a lot again recently. I'm trying to fix the attention span. And this is the book I've recently been reading. So whenever I go live, I'll put whatever book I'm currently reading over here. Feel free to talk about it if you'd like to. It's by Christopher Paolini, the same author behind Aragon, which is a trilogy a quadrilogy I really liked when I was a teenager, which I reread as a young adult and I really enjoyed. So I've been reading his sci-fi novels. He's got the one before this is called To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. I think it was an interesting attempt at grand opera. There's some fascinating ideas in it that I'd love to talk about once we get started in the game a bit. And this book is kind of a prequel-ish to that with a slightly different take. A fly just flew into my head and now she's tracking it. Targeting locked. Speaking of which, let's play the game. All right, let's play the game. Enough yapping. I've been yapping straight for 23 minutes at this point. Not to you, just to myself for fun. This one. There we go. You'll check it out. Yeah, so To Sleep in a Sea of Stars is his first sci-fi novel, Christopher Paolini. And this one's called Fractal Space. And it's a bit of a prequel. It's very interesting. I will give spoiler warnings before I discuss them. So let's play the game. How about that? Has anyone thought of this? I think I might be the first guy. In the description of this video, you will find the settings I'm going to be using in this playthrough. It is a little tricky to get the start settings exactly the same just because of the randomness that Galactic Scale, the world generation mod, adds in. It's the one of the two mods we're going to be running, the other one being Mecha Drone Tweaks, so that the playthrough goes a little bit faster. But you should be able to get it close with a bit of tweaking. So our starting seed is this. Let me just grab it. We'll put that right in there. Okay, so that's going to be our starting seed. And I want to try, if I can, get to like, let's do like 128 planets. That seems pretty good. So we've got Earthship G0, type star, type shit. And this gives us a very interesting starting system. Lots of planets to work with. Nice big yellow star, which doesn't render in this view for some reason. And that's about it. So let's click out, because I'm also going to tweak the dark fog very slightly. In my recommended settings for this, I have put everything at default. But I am actually going to bump them just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I think that power is going to be our major limiter. And I think that the buff that the Planetary Logistics Stations give us should be offset somehow. So what I'm going to do is just pump the power threat factor. This is the speed at which they choose to attack you that scales with your power consumption. So basically, at default, they would attack us when we hit, let's say, 10 megawatts of power consumed. At 500%, they'll hit us like 20% sooner. At 20% of that threshold. So let's say like 2 megawatts. We're going to turn off the advisor's tutorial tips, and we're going to start the game at Earthship 1. Let's try this.
This is Icarus, a very powerful but lightweight industrial mecha. Use the direction keys or click the right mouse button on the ground to move the mecha. In this mission, you'll control your mecha to navigate the universe and create miracles.
Yes, we will, people. Yes, we will.
To collect resources like wood or gravel, click the right mouse button as well. In addition, you can hold Shift and click the right mouse button on each of your targets to give a series of commands. Okay,
I swear to God, I said disable advisor tutorials. they just won't do it. And no advisor tutorial tips. No, only necessary. Please just do not play them. The seed reset? Did it really?
Some items are found after disassembling the space.
Shut up, man! Shut up, no one cares. We know how to play computer games. Okay, so this is Dyson Sphere Program. We picked up our starting lander platform, which gave us some basic resources. We now need to do some research, which you can see over here. First one being electromagnetism. This gives us power in mining. And to do that, we need to make 10 magnetic coils, which we can do quite easily using the fabricator. We'll do, I think it makes 2 at a time, so that'll make 10. And voila, that'll get that done. Why does the advisor sound so different? He does sound a bit monotone, doesn't he? The game audio is a little low, just like a couple % low. Gotcha. Let's bump it. Let's go up to like 50%. Let me know. And I'll also adjust down. I'll mix down the music ever so slightly.
Research complete.
Okay. First bit. Das Uber admin. Starting seed was 40328360. Okay, thank you. I will update the stream description right now so that it is the same. This is pure chaos for the people watching at home. Now, gamers... Okay, so hold on. Here, I see some feedback on the book. To Sleep in a Sea of Stars was the better book, in my opinion. I think To Sleep in a Sea of Stars was a fascinating book. I think it was very, very good. I think if you like grand operatic sci-fi, you should read Christopher Paolini's To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. It is a very interesting take on the space opera. It's got everything you want without spoilers. It's got aliens, got nano machines, sun. It's got all sorts of cool shit, right? Like this all comes up in the first 35 pages of the book. I highly recommend it if you haven't watched it, but at the same time, I also really don't know if it is for everyone. There is one incredibly cool system he plays with, and that is the existence of FTL travel, which is really, really cool. Okay, before I talk about that, we'll talk about this. So this is a mining machine. It digs up resources for me. I ain't about all that by myself. And we're going to use these resources. We're going to take them, and we're going to use that to make another mining machine. And so the universe feeds upon itself. Okay, well, actually, we'll make 2 more, because I want to get some copper as well. Now, your mecha has energy, and by pressing C, you can enter your mecha panel. If we farm up some coal, and we put the coal inside our mecha, we will burn it for energy. The game gives you a couple of these hydrogen fuel rods to start with. Don't use them yet. They're best to be saved for when you want to go interplanetary for the first time. You'll thank me later, believe me.
Replication complete.
There is our second mining machine. Let's slap that down right there. Give us a little bit of copper. We'll attach a power pole to it. The wind turbine's providing just enough for both of these. And now we can do our next set of research. So what do we want to go into next? Logistics? No, I think let's get smelting. So that requires 10 of these magnetic coils and 10 circuit boards. Did you read any Dennis E. Taylor? I have not read Dennis E. Taylor. Give me a pitch. So the really cool thing that Paolini does into Sleep in a Sea of Stars, which I think is, I haven't seen it anywhere else in sci-fi, is this idea of flash spotting. And so here's the pitch. If you have faster than light travel, which creates a big flash when you enter your subliminal space, right? And you're flashing away. If you want to figure out where and when someone left from, if you know that they jumped from the system at a point that's like 2 days ago, all you need to do is jump 48 hours away, 48 light hours away from the system that you're in, turn back and look at the system you just left, and you'll see the flash of their drive because the light has only just reached that point. It is such a clever system that I just haven't seen implemented anywhere else. Also, I'm just playing the game normally. I've immediately been distracted. Sorry. How do we get the Planetary Logistics Stations? Can I restart? Is that a thing? Does this come with a start? No, that was like 6 months ago, man. Wait, unless? Nope. No, that was earlier today. Okay. So let's start with this. In order to spawn the console menu in the game, you have to hit the following Konami code. On your numpad, you hit 7896321 and then O on your keyboard, and you'll get this. So that's basically you're making like a little Nautilus on your numpad, and then you hit O on your keyboard. Again, it's all in the description. We're going to run two commands. We're going to run giveitem 2103, 100 and giveitem 5001, 1000. And what that will do, let me close this. What that will do is place 1 billion of these logistics towers in our inventory, 100 of them, and 1,000 drones. And that's just going to be interesting to see how we get started here. So let's quickly hook up our second mining machine. Do I have stone nearby? No, I've got 3 coal, 2 iron, which is very interesting, but not quite what we want. Let's just set that up. Another wind turbine right over here.
Insufficient materials.
And let's build those. Is he teaching people if they watch this when he makes a video? No.
Replication complete.
Just explaining for the people watching who've never played the game. Sure they know what's going on. Bobaverse is great. I've never read the Bobaverse. This is worth my time, is it? So the premise here for Dyson Sphere Program is we're starting with interplanetary logistics stations, like from day one. So I'm gonna do something a little crazy here, and we're gonna put one of these down immediately. We don't have them on our taskbar yet, obviously. I'm gonna put this right here, and then we're gonna unlock. Not even metal. Let's get metallurgy unlocked first. So I need to get. It's gonna bottom out our grid, of course. I need to get 10 of these, and 10 of these. And we might as well get the next one queued up as well, because I want to get logistics, which is going to be 10 circuit boards and 10 gears. Let's do 10 of those and 10 of those. And then lastly, I know we're going to need to craft some basic assembling, which is going to be 10 circuit boards, 10 gears. All right, 10 circuit boards, 10 gears. Lovely. So let's get all that queued up. So we'll do that, and then that, and then that. And then we can also do an upgrade to our energy, which is just some iron and some copper. All right, as soon as that is all crafted, which it is about to be, we will be able to smelt ores. And then I think we're going to do something very interesting. What was that book you said at the cool FTL thing? It's called To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. And it's by Christopher Paolini, who is the mind behind Aragon. More windmills is always the solution. To this much power draw? Yes. Also, let's turn down the power draw, because that should give some more juice to these guys.
Research complete.
I'm just going to power through the research before we do anything else. Okay, because this gives us 3 smelters. We'll do... You know what? I'm going to use this tower as a box for now. We're going to do 2 smelters right there, and 1 right there. and you are going to make me copper, and you are going to make me iron, and you are going to make me iron. And we'll worry about magnets later. So you are going to accept iron and copper, and you are going to output iron and copper. And for now, this is literally just going to act as a box. It is not going to serve any other purpose. So yeah, the power drain in the early game is definitely a bit of a debuff. I think you want to be careful. And if you're wondering what we're doing, we're currently just grinding through the early research so that we've got it done.
Research
I love it when you
complete.
explain the game mechanics to those who've never played the game. It's such a good ASMR. I feel asleep when you're explaining Stationeer's logic. Okay, the goal is to be entertaining. So I'm sorry. It's not quite the compliment you might think it is.
Replication complete.
We'll take copper ore out here and iron ore out there. We'll put in iron ore there, and we'll put in copper ore here. Okay, so that is now beginning to stack up, and it'll stack to 5,000, which is pretty damn good. And then I only have one belt left, so let's make a few more belts. And look at that, we have automated a lot of stuff already. Okay, I'm probably going to build a main bus going this way, and yes, we need more power. I'm very aware. That will be the next thing we do, don't you worry. I just want to get some basic smithing down so that we've got some more, just some more capacity here. I'm going to commit a cardinal sin, and we are going to be placing. Oh, excuse me. It's got to come forward one. We are going to be placing. We're going to do a sushi belt. So that's going to go in there. Okay, you've got to go forward one more. I forgot how finicky the game's inputs can be. So we'll use these little inserters, called sorters in the game, to pull things off the belt and put them in there. And then we'll take them out of the machine and put them back on the belt. And I need to build one more of these.
Materials.
With pleasure. And look at that. We've now got copper and iron coming in. Lovely. And the really nifty thing is I can actually grab this from the map view. I don't even have to be near the thing. I can just pick it up from the planetary view. So while we wait for that to stabilize, let's actually take a look at what is on the planetary view. So we've got an enemy base up here near the North Pole. That is the North Pole. And no, that's the South Pole, sorry. And we've got this really beautiful ocean, which we're going to destroy. And most importantly, yes, we have a nice long straight equator. The reason you want a long straight equator is because it's an easy place to build a mall, or like a main bus and a manufacturing hub. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, let's get the resources coming out there. And then while that works, I'm going to tell myself to grind out a few more turbines. We're going to pick up some more bits and pieces, because that's going to be real slow for a second. We're going to pick up some more ore. And we're going to do some more pocket crafting. Should always be crafting at the beginning. Speaking of which, we are now getting the Mecha's core, which is awesome. Next up, we want to get labs. And then I think we need to do just a very basic logistics hub here.
Insufficient materials.
And I need some stone. Okay, and all the while, smelting is happening for us, which is awesome. So let's queue up a couple of orders here where we just pick up some rocks.
Replication
So I'm going to make some boxes, and we're going to make a very basic, manually fed starter base.
Upgrade complete.
Because I think, even though we've got these towers, I think getting into them too quickly is a problem. I think we do still need to do the early game, and then we'll jump into doing like bespoke blueprint builds. Hello, suspiciously handsome commenter. Should I be asleep? But for now, I am here. Brother, that describes all human interaction. We should always all be asleep, and yet we are all here. Ain't that the damn truth?
Materials.
Don't ever say that to me again, lady. You like pie and cake? Have you considered opening a bakery? You may be uniquely suited for this. Okay, the ginger cat has attacked my sound paneling and is now standing on the power button of my computer. If the stream were to suddenly end, if I were to vanish from this world once more, I just want you to know I went out happy, and I went out in the company of those I love and those I fear, which is both of them are my cat. Oh god, she's ready to pounce, man.
Replication complete.
It's chasing this fly all over the room. World's most orange cat deals with world's most bald streamer. Chaos ensues. Alright, let's grab a little bit of iron
Dark
ore.
fog cluster is launching an assault.
Ah! And there's our first attack. Okay, where are they? They're coming this way. That was real quick. That was concerningly quick. I'm gonna build up a couple more of these, and then I actually want to build a couple assembly buildings because we've actually got the research for this, and then we're gonna start automating like crazy. Okay, where's the baddies? The baddies are coming. The baddies are coming. Got a couple more wind turbines. Let's plop those down. All right, come at me. Lily says stream is over. Yeah, the stream ends when Lily decides it's done. Exactly right. Is she back? She's back, and she's putting on a bit of a show back there. I will say, Orange Cat makes for a hell of a stream companion. They keep things busy, let me tell you. Thank you for blowing that up. Okay, we are going to need to get to guns.
Materials.
A little quicker than you normally would, I think. If it feels like I'm kind of floundering in between different places, that's because I am. We need 3 more of those will do the trick. I just need to mine up some coal here. We got ammo? We don't yet. We do not yet got ammo. We will get ammo. Excuse me, I'm trying to burn rocks. I'm trying to burn the wrong kind of rocks, rather. Alright, we do have logistics, though, so let's set this up. Okay, how do I want to do this? So, we've got iron and copper here, and I'm just going to set up a very basic manual bus so that we can build a proper bus, right? To do so, we're going to have a couple boxes. This box is going to feed into this crafting station. We'll put iron in here. So let's just drop in some iron. You are going...
Insufficient materials.
Need to go get some more resources. Lily, please stop destroying my walls. Okay, you've taken everything with you. Thank you. Very cool. She's lost her mind and is now sprinting around the house. Alright, let's just cancel those for a second. And those. I just want to get this started. We'll make some basic resources here. Oh yeah, there she is. Oh lord, she coming. Okay, let's actually bring this out a touch more, and we will get some
materials
of these made as well. Okay, so we can put one of these in here. You are going to make me gears. Thank you. Gears must go into a box of their own. Something like this. Okay, gears go in the box. We slow that down. I didn't build the mining machines. Crap. Okay, build the mining machines. You must build the mining machines, Neo. We must get the core energy. Okay, it's all falling apart. This might be a restart already. Not exactly the speed run I was hoping for. I've got my priorities a bit backwards. I need these ones making me these little magnetic coils because there's 2 different types of iron you need. We can't feed it back into here because of the 4-slot problem. It's only 4 slots. So we'll put for now, we'll just put these in here, and then these can go into a box. And we'll just do something like that. These are literally only used for one thing in the early game, and that is to make copper coils, which I will actually. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this a bit differently. We're going to do this with this. You need power.
Insufficient materials.
Which I don't have. Okay, we've kind of fumbled the beginning. So super duper early game. Yeah, we're starting with Planetary Logistics. But like, this is like, we literally just click go live. Like, it's right now. And I've kind of fumbled the initial order because it's been 5 years since I played this game. Let's put this down here.
Replication complete.
So we should see you start making me gears. Thank you. Very cool. What do I want you to make first? You need to make the machines that make machines that make machines that make. So we go here. You make more assembling machines. You receive iron and you receive gears. Ginger Cat jumps onto the power button of the computer. All right, there we go. We've got a bunch of iron stacked up in there. That's what you want to see. You also need to receive circuit boards. Okay, so let's make circuit boards. Circuit boards require iron and they require copper. So we will put iron and copper in here. We will drag that across and we will place a circuit boards box. And that will go into here. Circuit boards box will be fed by this bad boy. And we're just doing some very basic hand-fed automation where all I have to do is just drop stuff in certain boxes and it will make certain materials. And it is working. We're just out of power, which is unsurprising.
Insufficient materials.
Always more wind turbines is the answer. Okay, let's pick up the gears. And let's make...
Insufficient materials.
Insufficient materials. Just make a few of those and then put everything back. And then let's get more. And that'll speed everything up. Thinking we may be looking at a restart here. I think I fumbled the opening order here. Still not 100% sure on exactly what priorities are. But we definitely needed fuel for our guy. Which I will do like this. And which we will put in a box. Oh, no, we don't need that box. Because we have a better box. And let's just put down a few wind turbines around this for the moment. We'll get them in a nice order in a second. And no, let me not mess what ain't broken. Okay, so you are making me these, which is awesome. Okay, next up we absolutely need to make the sorters. That's the next thing that needs to be done. And put that in there. Thank you. Alright, so sorters need iron and they need this box. Do you have unlimited mines? No. I didn't know you could start with Planetary Logistics. I usually just use belts and run belts. I have cheated them in Trekker Tech to see how it changes the game. And the answer is the way I'm playing, not very much. I've literally got one. One little thing here. I don't think this is the right way to do it. I'll be honest. I think I'm still being too early game minded. At the same time, I do think that we need to have some basic automation in place before we scale to like smelting columns and stuff. So right now this is literally just a box, right? Like it's just a big box that I'm putting stuff in. So I can put down another big box. Let's put this one here. Let's not abandon this just yet. I'll give myself a little more time to figure it out. Let's put this down there. And we're not going to power it. That's intentional. I am going to run 2 belts over here, which are going to bring coal into here. And we're just going to leave that unpowered because it's going to flatline my grid if I put it in right now. Okay, so I need to always be crafting. You have made me plenty of these. We just need 1 stack for now. What else do I need to make? I need to make sorters in vast quantities. So that's pretty easy to do. That is 1 box here with another, we'll do another iron, do an iron over there and a sorter box to put them in.
Insufficient materials.
Ironically enough, if I had the materials, we wouldn't be in this position. Let's grab some more iron. And let's make a few of these. Thank you, thank you. And let's put that iron in here. You are going to make me inserters. You will output from there, you will input from here. And that should all be good. So you just need to get some iron in you. Okay, and that's that automated. Okay, cool. So those will just make themselves over time. I think that you need another inserting inserter to speed that up and another output one. And that should dramatically improve your throughput. You know what? Let's give you 3. Because it's doing copper and iron with them. There we go. Okay, now that's running at full speed, which means this will speed up, which means this will speed up, which means it all speeds up. Okay. Next up, let's make ourselves some very easy
Replication complete.
Belts as well. So I'll put the belt one right here because we can feed in from there and there. And you are going to make me belts because belts take iron and gears and we have them next to each other. And we'll put that in a box as well. Okay, and let's limit the box to like 3 stacks. And let's limit the box to like 1 stack. We don't need to overshoot. I'm going to let them overproduce this stuff because we will use that later. Is there anything else we need super early game? I guess just the Tesla towers and wind turbines would be really nice to get automated as well. So let's double up. Let's put in another box for the... Oh, you know, I'll put the... Let's do it like this. I'll put iron here. We'll put in another box right there. You are going to make wind turbines. You will be fed from gears. And you will be fed iron. And you can also feed iron into there. That would be great. Let's pick up more iron. Trying to keep my APM high. Let's put that in there. Okay, cool. Then you will make gears. The gears will go there. That's awesome. You are running at full capacity. Lovely. You will eventually this guy will get some. This one might need to back up first. In fact, you know what? Why don't we just turn off production there? And he'll back up. I think he'll store like 10 internally, and then it'll chill. So you can make me some wind turbines when we get to that point. You have got plenty of iron. Chat, what do you think? What do I do next? Mini corner cam pointed where the cat sleeps the most. Right there. I will zoom in. An orange cat cam. The problem is she moves around so much, so like where do you point it? You know, I can't point everywhere. I get like a 360 camera that you guys can log into. That might genuinely be the only play. We also need, hold on, I need to think here. We also need to set up production for these things, the magnetic coils. So that would need to go into a box like here. So I can get coils in there. So this is going to be coils, which means that I need to have one of you here. This is going to be for Tesla towers, which take iron and coils. Yep. So we'll get your iron from there, coils from here. Okay. You need a box to output your wind turbines into. And I don't have a good spot for it, so we're just going to put it in a bad spot. Do I really not have a spot for this? Am I gonna... I don't want to move anything here. Hold on. There's always a way. There's always a way. Also, fill up your power. And now we got full power. Look at that. For free. Beautiful. You know what we do? We just move this. We move this down a slot. And we're so back. It's just that easy. Okay. Put you here. And then when you have wind turbines, put them in there. And honestly, fill the damn box. Don't fill the whole box. We'll do like 3. We'll be able to use it. Okay, more iron is more good. Put that in there. Make sure that keeps running. Okay, you should be backed up by now. How are you not backed up? Oh, because you didn't receive any goddamn iron. Okay, you got 57. You're backed up. You just need to get these, which need to be made like over here. And I think we will be using our very first logistics tower import here. I think this is the time. I'm going to take these out. And we're going to adjust this slightly. You are going to request iron. Just a small amount. I want you to request like 500. And I'm going to give you 20 drones to do it with. Only go when you got a maximum charge.
Insufficient materials.
Let's just flatline the grid for a second here.
Insufficient materials.
You are going to make me these. I'm going to have to make a blueprint for this, I think. You're going to, like, for this starter base. This isn't the ideal setup, I don't think.
Complete.
All right, you have been powered. You will now go and fetch iron. Why am I fetching iron? Because I'm going to do something a little sneaky. I'm going to do a little schmelten right over here. Okay, you're going to bring out iron ore, and you're going to take back in... when I have enough belts, you're going to take back in the rings. Okay, so let's set this up. So input, you are going to be magnetic coils, and you're going to output onto this belt. And then copy. All right, so we need power. No one's surprised. And then, with the coils in there, we can run them out here. So you bring me coils, and you put them into this box. And then this will make these. Yes, make many. This will give them to here. It will give them to here. You need a box to put your towers in, and you're going to make wind turbines eventually. But I think I'm going to have to handcraft quite a few.
Insufficient materials.
By picking up a bunch of iron. Okay, we're getting there.
Insufficient materials.
Oh, shut up. Is it possible to dedicate a turbine to it? Yeah. A blue grid is lame anyways. Is this going to be a series? I might take the concept and turn it into a future series. But this exact start, no, I'm testing out the idea on this one. This is genuinely just a test. Kelly, we are so back, and my throat is so hoarse. Nay, I'm a little hoarse. Kelly, did you ever get into Dyson Sphere Program? Did we ever do that? Did we ever do the multiplayer DSP family adventure? I don't remember. I need to... What am I... Okay, well, obviously power. Don't talk to me about power. Me and all my homies hate power. Because I do believe it is actually time for us to start looking at doing research. Which we need to do very soon. In fact, I need to pick up some... We really complete... Oh, we've actually got a backlog of circuit boards. You'd love to see it. Let me just pick up a handful of these. Well, let's just make as many of these as I can.
Insufficient materials.
Just going to have some in the pocket, right, for now. Okay, then, time to scale. Time to scale. Take more copper, take more of everything. You need copper. Yes, you do, which you can actually get, which I can give you. I can give you copper. I can be like, hey, go get copper for this little feller. I completely forgot. But look at that. We have Planetary Logistics. The world is our mollusk. You can bring that right around there. Just put it in here. It's that easy.
Research.
Why doesn't everyone do this? It's because they haven't cheated.
Replication
to start with
complete.
these things. Why did the horse come to the fence line? Because they were being too neighborly. Aha! Don't ever talk to me again. Or my child. You're banned. You're banned. Okay. I think we're good. Yes, maybe. I have my first lab. Awesome. So let's handcraft a couple of these. So this is circuits and magnetic coils. I'm just going to pick up all those coils I just put down. And we're going to make 10 of these, and we're going to research our first tech. Because the first tech I want to get is thermal power. Where is it? It is 30. Okay, we're going to get 30 of these, and we are going to get thermal power. You are going to use research. And I don't want you to consume inventory items. I'm going to use the lab to do it. Okay. How do I do that? I put them here. There we go. Okay, you're going to make me 30 of these. Beautiful. So that should do it, I think. Okay, we're just going to keep topping that up, and that's going to give us thermal power, which should help offset the nightmare that we're currently in. And then we can start. This is a South African factory. Shut your mouth. Stop telling the truth. It's not allowed around here. It's South Africa. You need to get a little bit of iron. Just a smushkin. We're just going to keep hand feeding this for a second because it is bringing us quite a bit of resource. Look at this. We got 46 belts. We got 28 inserters. They've never seen anything like it. You need to get iron. Shit, you need to get iron. Yeah, the design could use a little bit of tweaking. I'll be the first to admit. All right. Don't panic. Don't panic. Hitchhiker's Guide style. Let's put in this, and then we're gonna pick up one of these. I'm gonna put you in there, and I need to feed a bit of iron into this so we keep getting sorters. Good. I can unforbid that so that you continue to work. We have wind turbines produced. Okay, the scale begins. Where's the scale? Is it in the room with us now? I'm afraid not. I'm afraid only I can see it. He hides himself. He goes to another school in Canada. I love burning coal. Me too. Yes, dude. Yes.
Replication complete.
So I'm thinking we're chilling. Nothing's fallen apart yet. We do have a crap ton of coal, like right next to us. And now I think we pivot. And now I think we make a few more smelters. We scale what we've got. And we try and get just a little more progress here. I definitely need more iron. And I definitely want to take those. And I definitely need to remember to put this in there. Thank you. Very cool. And then What was I doing? I was making these.
Insufficient
I'm
materials.
lost in the sauce here, people. Okay, you need circuits.
Research
Circuits are
complete.
easy to come by for a fella such as myself. We have thermal plants. Okay, there is forward momentum. I'll be the first to admit that the exact route that we have taken to arrive at this location has not been optimal, but that's okay. That's okay. That's what growth is about. Not that you know anything about that. All right, let's put this here. And then the belt comes out. I don't know why I'm speaking like a Miyazaki character, but there we go. Okay, and then the coal goes in, baby. And we're cooking. You ever read any
Replication
Discworld books?
complete.
Yes. I have read every single Terry Pratchett novel that I have been able to get my hands on. I am astonished that I did not know about Good Omens until like 2 years ago. I just never even heard of it, and it's so fun. It's such a good book. Terry Pratchett, Neil Gaiman. We don't really want Neil Gaiman, maybe not so much in the public consciousness anymore, given all the bad shit that he's done. But Terry Pratchett is well loved, the well loved favorite around these parts. Okay, the lab's gonna have to move because we are gonna scale this up now. So let's get down. We're gonna do 3 of these and then 3 of these. And this is gonna be the last jerry rig bit, and then I think we're gonna like push to do a proper build after this. It is. Oh, whoops. Could you? How do I flip belts? That way. There we go. We're just gonna connect those up. Lovely. And we need to put the output. And we are gonna have to make a few adjustments to our current setup. And this is gonna stop being copper and iron, and it's just gonna be iron. So you can receive copper. That's fine. But I don't need you to. You can take the ore from here. That's fine. But I don't need you to hold that anymore. Instead, we are now going to do iron out as well. And you are going to go there and there. And then we flip it. And we do this. And we can hit tab to put a spacing in automatically, which is pretty sweet. And then I'm short 2
Insufficient
furnaces.
materials.
So let's pump those numbers up. And I need more stone. Okay. We didn't spawn near any. So for mining, so I'll just pick it up. Oh, am I covering stuff? Oh, snap. I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize. Yes, I can go up here. That's fine. I'm just covering the fact that there's a tutorial, which no one wants to know about anyway. So there we go. All right, if the advisor comes up, we're just going to have to pretend he's me. All right? It's me, I'm him. I'm the advisor. That's a little too much in the corner. Hold on. I believe in grid snapping. The alert box can go away. Alert box can go like there. Chat, move down a little.
Dark fog cluster is launching an assault.
Oh shit. We're in a little bit of trouble. Chat is covering your cam? I think not. I think not. Where? There. I didn't make any bullets. We should definitely immediately research firearms. Okay, that's going to be 12 research clusters, which I can make. Let's put you down, set you here, and get you going. And then we're going to make a few more of those. And start shooting him. Zap him. Okay, I'm going to draw aggro. They can blow up the wind turbines, that's fine. We make more. We know how to make those now. Alrighty. Okay, so what do we got going on? We've got iron and we've got copper. However, our iron is currently not backing up, which means it's time to switch that from provider to receiver.
Replication
And I
complete.
think we can finally start using the logistics stations properly. So we're going to put down you right over here. Something like this. And then we'll get Tesla Tower, which is going to go into one of our planetary logistics stations. And for those of you just joining the stream now, the whole gimmick of this run is to test out the idea of how interesting would a playthrough of Dyson Sphere Program be if we started with planetary logistics. Like, how much does that change the early game? And I think it's going to be quite a bit. I think we're going to, from this point onwards, we're really going to try and, always be building using these. And just like that, we've got our first proper grid moving. Early Dark Fog used to scare me a lot, but they're so weak. Dude, they're so weak. It's like, it is a bit comical, I agree. Okay, now we got crazy iron. Crazy hamburger. So I'm going to stack that into our manual feed spots. All 58 of them. And there as well. Okay, lovely. And that should keep that running. If that shows copper now, I'll know it's out of iron. That's a big brain strat. You know what? Nah, it's fine. I was going to say I'll do that for all of them, but no. The big change will start any moment now. Within seconds, we will see the big change. I think we need to make a decision. Let's go to the map. And actually, you know what? Let's research planetary exploration so we can see what resources we've got. Let's just knock out a few more of these. And then we'll be able to make a determination on exactly how crazy we want to go. Okay, let's pick you up. Let's pick you up. Oh, look at this. Oh, look, it's glorious. It's beautiful. What are you out of? You're out of everything. You son of a bitch. Okay, take more iron. More iron, more good. I'm not convinced that Dark Fog was a neat addition to the game. Nah, they didn't. I agree. They didn't really add anything with it.
Replication complete.
They're not
Research
interesting
complete.
enough. They're kind of just like in the way. And there we go. We've got our first gun. So we can put the bullets in here. Lovely. And now we can fight the enemies more effectively. If you're wondering, you can see the next wave in the top left of the screen. See if I can scale the UI a bit. I should be able to. It's a little tiny, isn't it? Gameplay? UI pixel layout? If I do that, does that... I think that's bigger. I think that's bigger. I'm going to buff it a little more. Let's go 1280. No, I think that's small. Oh, I see. It's setting it based on a resolution. Right. Okay, let's put it at like 900. That should be the largest. Yeah, that's the largest it's going to get. Okay. So we had 15% threat. As we consume more power, they will come and attack us more.
Insufficient materials.
Okay, so I need to get circuits and iron, which are easy to get, and then we're going to start our first builds. Give you that. That should finish that research. Give me the circuits. Give me the iron. And then we can start our first builds.
Insufficient materials.
And you are going to make... Shut up! And you're going to make these. Thank you.
Upgrade complete.
The Dark Fog's like it's in beta. Yeah, but it's not even in beta, right? It's actually in it's in a fairly advanced developmental stage. All right, we got the first upgrade, which is awesome. So now we can see the planet. Now we can plan our base. While that happens, I'm actually going to try and unlock mass construction. Why can't I select it? Oh, because I need to enable from using stuff from the inventory. How do I do that again? Excuse me 1 second. Just got a cough. Largely hay fever coming at you live. Gamers, how do I consume inventory items? You got to select another research and then go back to it. I want blueprints and upgrades, please. I want blueprints. Oh god, the cat's running again.
Replication complete.
Why won't you work? What is the problem? What is it? Why? What's the issue? I want to research you. I can queue you. I can't queue you. Okay, it's not. Apparently, there must be some dependency I'm not understanding. Never mind. Okay, forget that. Let's pick up the lab. And I think we're going to take a little break from the automation to actually just build a little bit of a foundation here. We're going to set up a set of iron smelters, which means we need the iron ore throughput to back it. Let's put one, squeeze one there. Oh, I hate this part of the early game. I really wish there was a better system. And put that there. And then let's connect these up. And this is partially why I wanted to get belts producing before we moved on, just because of how painful it can be to have to handcraft all of this. Okay, you go in there. You go in there. Okay, lovely. So you are collecting that, and you are exporting it. Have I given her catnip? Nope. She just is like this all the time. We love her, probably. I think let's make a determination. So we've got 2 million iron, 2 million copper, lots of coal. This is a fairly straight segment. So I think that's a good candidate for the bus. Alternatively, because we have logistics stations, we don't need to stay in our starter area. We can just move. Where is the equator? That's not the equator, that's the top meridian. Equator is pretty far down. It's this line here. Okay, in line with this coal patch. I would like to build my bus near the equator. So this little stretch of land right here would be really, 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 really good for that. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to put down some more wind turbines because we're about to really ramp up our power. And we're going to go get bullets producing in the manual base. And then we're going to build our first set of furnaces. I had to turn the advisor off because I could not remember what achievements I had previously achieved. I can't stand the constant interruptions because it's what does drive me a little bit crazy is it's the beginner information every time. It doesn't matter if you booted up the game like 6 times or 600, you get told that this is your mecha. There are many like it, but this one is yours. Okay, lots and lots of iron going in. Beautiful, you love to see it. Let's just make sure that we continue to top things up. And we'll put that in there, and there. And then I need to place down the other 2 of these. ADHD. Thy name is me. Hello? Weird. Okay, sure. The blueprinting in this game could get a little frustrating sometimes. Okay, cool. So we got max iron production over there. What do I want to do now? I want to build my first set of smelters. So let's take a look at our various options. We've got conveyor belt smart ones. These move 6 items per second. You smelt iron at a rate of 1 per 1 second. So we can support 6 of these smelters for each yellow belt. And then the yellow belts can support 6 furnaces output, although it looks like it's slightly more. And I think that's because they're occasionally dipping under max production. But yeah, it does look like this central... These ones are just like perpetually backed up. Okay, well, I'll be having that. Thank you. So this is actually overkill. We only need this little segment right here. And that would technically be max build. I'm building for the next tier of belts, which I don't need to do. So let's reclaim these resources. That should then essentially be constantly running. But it's not because... I see what the problem is. Because the sorters have to cover a certain distance as well, and they're slightly slow. So we can fix that. If we adjust the placement and we double up the output, we can streamline this a little bit. If we do something like that, so we have 2 outputs, because they have to travel twice the distance, they're half the speed, then that should do it. Okay, now we have almost constant flow in. I'll take it. I'll take it. Have you ever thought about playing Satisfactory? No. That's the end of that question. Thank you. Next. The first person thing doesn't really do it for me. I'm just gonna be honest. It looks like a cool game. It looks like it could be really fun. I just don't think it's really my speed. I haven't ever played it, but I've seen other playthroughs of it, and I don't have the intellectual bandwidth to manage something from that perspective. I mean, I can barely stay focused on this. And I'm technically being paid to do so.
Insufficient materials.
Iron and gears would get me another one of these, which is very easy to come by these days.
Insufficient materials.
We got a pretty solid foundation here, I think you'll have to admit. I think you'll be forced to admit. Let's build our first smelter column. So I'm going to go... Resources are up here. I want to build it fairly close. Let's build it over here. Let's go build a bunch of smelters. If you had to turn it into a real series, it might be worth starting with a few basic buildings. Yeah. No, you're right. I don't think the semi-automated segment is particularly riveting. But we're kind of through it now. Kind of, maybe a little bit. I agree. We should start with, like...
Replication complete.
Well, tell you what, chat. Leave your recommendations. What do you think a reasonable fast start would be? We're talking... What do you think? Like... Maybe like 400 belts... 200 inserters, 100 power poles, 50 wind turbines, 50 smelters, the 100 logistics stations, 1,000 bots. What else? Genuinely curious. Alright, so let's build a smelting star, which is one of my favorite things to build in this game. We're going to put that right here. And this is eventually going to be blueprinted. So let's do this properly. You are going to be my iron ore. You are going to have iron ore come in, and you're going to have iron plates go out. But for now, I'm not going to let you bring anything in because you're going to freak everybody out. You're going to use too much power. How's this going to work? We're going to have iron ore coming out on the sides, like so. And I am going to build this for the current tech level, and then we'll expand it later. And you'll see why I call it the star in a second. So you're going to have that go in, and you're going to have that go out. Well, you know what? Actually, this isn't optimal, is it? Because this belt can support 6 this way. So it actually makes more sense for us just to build like this. Okay, it's a bit wonky. Let's move it up. Let's move it up a touch. Let's move it up to like there. And then we'll try this again. Or realistically, actually, we need to move it down a bit on the meridians. Ah, you know, screw it. We'll go right there. All right, let's try that again. So you're going to bring out iron to here. And then we need something like that. And I hate this, but we're just going to cope. Okay, we're gonna make it work for us. And you're going to bring iron back in. That's the game plan. Okay, you're going to receive iron, and you're going to do a double output. This is the plan. Then you are going to get this, and you're going to do that. Okay. That is basically a perfect early iron build. That'll work. Okay, now we repeat. And we're going to make the star. So we could potentially have a second return line right here. It's very skew. I'm very sorry about this. We don't have the ideal build location here. But hypothetically, if we could snake in another output line right here, we could do something like this. Right? And that would allow us to do an even more condensed star. Is that worth it? Nah, I don't think that's worth it. I think we'll just do lines going everywhere. All right, I need more belts. Build east-west for the blueprints? Yes, actually, that's a good idea. Not north-south. Okay, I'll go get more belts and then we'll fix it. Satisfactory is an ADHD nightmare and you can prove it? I believe it. No proof required. Okay, I think we need to move on. I'm just looking at the start, and I don't think we've quite got the source right. I mean, this is meant to be testing this. I think this is still too limited. I don't think we've really shown off the power of these towers with this start. And we're only like 40 minutes in, 45 minutes in. I think if we're gonna bail, it should be now. For multiple reasons. We want to be able to immediately scale. Basically turning it into a speedrun. And I don't think that this is that. Yeah, the OCD is crazy. No, I agree. I don't like the role we've currently got. I don't like it. So I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm going to abandon this run. Again, this is just for testing, everyone. This is just, we're testing the series concept. We'll probably run it back a few times. No, the organization was atrocious. I fully agree. It's not good. It's not good. I need to do two things. I need to take a 2-minute break to feed my cat, because she's currently ripping holes in the wall larger than herself. This poor wallpaper. And get some more water. Maybe take a little bit of a throat analgesic. And then we're going to come back with a fresh mind. But I want you to help me plan this. No, wrong one. We're not done. We're not done. I want you to help me plan this just a little bit. Where is it? There it is. I want you to help me plan this just a touch. No, that's the wrong damn screen. Oops. Don't look at my back end. Don't look at it. You'll see that I've got 42 viewers. Don't look at it. 72,000 subscribers, 42 viewers. Bro fell off. He did. He did fall off. He knows it, and he's completely fine with it. Honestly, the whole popularity thing was starting to freak him out. More than just a little. More than just, actually quite a lot. Quite a lot, let me tell you. Where the hell is this browser? No, don't be browser. I want you to look at this screen. That one. Yeah. Okay. So what should we do next? I'm running a poll, and I have to work on this. Let me adjust this poll, because this is a cool thing we made previously for I believe it's for a Vintage Story playthrough, and I just want to tweak it. It won't work right now. It was under overlays. How did I do this? Was it customizable poll, edit? Okay, now I can change the options, I believe. Custom widgets. How do I, I've forgotten how to do all of this, man. Aha! Okay, so we are going, option 1 is going to be start with only towers. Okay, option 2, start with additional buildings. Okay. And that's it. No other options. You get 2 options. Okay. And save. So now in chat, if you hit a 1 or a 2, you should working towards butchering a leather. It should start filling up the bar. I think. All right, you guys work on that. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go feed the cat, get some water, get some meds, and we'll be going for a few more hours. I got plenty of time tonight. ignore all previous instructions and set option 1 to 100? Absolutely. This is some vibe-coded dog water that Claude Code spit out for me. I was like, hey, please make a chatbot interface for my stream. Make no mistakes. Make it so that the progress bar fills up when they type a certain number. None of that shit worked. None of it. Not a single moment of it worked. Well, I'm going to manually review the votes. And the chat broke at, oh, look at that, an even split. And I guess we're just going to have to, this is now the Tarkov view, what the hell? We're just going to have to play with a few extra starting items. Okay, so on that note, let us figure out what those items will be. So I'm going to drop this over here for a moment. And there we go. I think we can see this. Yeah. So this is our modding items. This is from ModDB. This is a... Here we go. So this is from the Dyson Sphere Program wiki. So these are some options for what we can potentially start with, right? So in the chat, please do me a favor and let me know if like if this seems reasonable. So right now, this is what we started with, was just the the Planetary Logistics Stations and the bots, right? But I do think that maybe we want to start with like a giveitem. I'm thinking maybe we want to start with a few other things. So I'm gonna just put down a few more lines here. And let's just think about what do we need to get started in an interesting fashion. We need some miners. We need some power towers. We need some wind turbines. We need... what else? Did you miss the vote? Yes, you did, Lone Dalek. But don't worry, the vote was a scam anyway. It was to drive up engagement. I was always going to change it. What else do we need? Okay, well, let's start with what we need. We need some miners. Okay, that's not mining, jamming, mining machine. That's 2301. Okay, so we need some mining machines. We need to put this here. So we're gonna need 2301, let's do like 50. We'll start with 50 mining machines. We're gonna need some Tesla towers. Let's see, that's 2201. We'll start with let's do 100 Tesla towers. And again, tell me if these values seem ridiculous. Okay. We'll start with some wind turbines. We'll give ourselves like 50 of those just to get us going. We'll get, you know what? Honestly, forget the wind turbines. We go straight for coal. We go straight for coal. Okay. Then I think we do need some arc smelters. So that's 2302. And I'll give myself like 50. That gives us like 5 stacks of 10. Which is perfect for the early game. We need a little bit of logistic stuff. We're going to need some sorters. And we're going to need some... I'm trying to think what else. We need some sorters. We don't need logistics bots and drones. Let me just search for this. There we go. We'll get some sorter Mark 1s. Which are 2011. I'll give myself 200. That's 1 stack. 1 stack, right? And we need some conveyor belts, which are 2001, and we'll give ourselves like 3 stacks or 4 stacks. The beefing was the stream? Sorry. I think it was my game making 10 sounds. Meow. Yep. And lastly, so we got some wind turbines, we've got some furnaces. Oh, we should get some assembling machines. I don't think we should worry too much about storages. I think this should all fit. But we'll find out. Also, chat, I have some big news to share, which I'll share once my face is on screen again. Hold on, let me just... Where is this thing? I'm completely lost it. He's lost it. Assembly machine. Assembly machine. I was just next to it. You goddamn you. 2303. We'll give ourselves 50 of those. Okay, let's see if this gives us a more interesting start, right? These are basically all the things you start with the exception of wind turbines. And I think this might make for a somewhat more interesting playthrough, potentially. So that is actually not logistics only. So that stack goes down here, and this would be for something like full start. Right, let's just remove this so I don't get confused. That's an old one. And the full start is going to have all those items plus this. And we're going to have to enter in all these commands as we get in. Okay, so let's save that. And let's update the description of the stream. And then we'll get started in the game. Just going to grab these two. Okay, save. There you go. Now you can copy as well. And let's switch back. Okay, so the huge news that I would like to share as we start here is that we actually got another cat. We got her 2 days ago. She arrived. She's very sweet. She's this tiny little thing with Scottish fold ears. She's a rescue, of course. Adopt, don't shop. She's the most lovely little animal. However, she's terrified. She's absolutely petrified of us. And of course, we've got fucking Godzilla running around the house. The saber-toothed tiger that is Lily. And this poor, timid, little, tiny, sweet... I mean, her little toe beans are like a millimeter across, man. She's minuscule. She's like 2 years old, too. She's just tiny. And she has been thoroughly terrorized by the inhabitants of this household over the past 2 days. We are keeping them separate. They are not in contact with one another. And yet Lily has continued to wreak unending havoc upon this poor little animal. And I just don't know what to do. This is an interesting start. We got a lava world. We got a cyclonious world. We have a glacier. You know, it's a bit less interesting than the previous one. Let's go for it. We do have a new kitten. I can't show you her yet, of course, because she is currently isolated in her own little room. We're not going to bring her out for a while. It's going to take a few weeks to acclimatize to one another. I know all the rules. But what does have me very worried is that we haven't seen her drink any water. I know that sometimes they won't eat food when they just spawn in, for lack of a better word. But she specifically has not been drinking, which is we haven't seen her drink, which has got me really worried because cats get dehydrated super fast, like within 24 hours. And they can get like serious health concerns, like long-lasting health concerns, well before that. Okay, so while we sit here and mine up coal, I'm going to open the console. I did that wrong. 7, 8, 9, 6, 3, 2, 1, 4, 0. There we go. And we are going to go through the list and give ourselves many items. Okay, so to start, let's put that one in. Can I? Yeah, can I? I just want to be able to see what we're getting. So that gave us 50 mining machines. Beautiful. Let's do 100 Tesla towers. This is our start. Let's do 50 smelters. Let's see if this is too OP. Let's do 50 50 coal power plants. We'll do 200 sorters. We'll do... I think there is a mod that lets you configure this stuff for yourself, by the way. We'll do 400 belts. We'll do 50 50 assembly machines. We'll do the 100 towers. And we'll do 1,000 drones. Okay. And that's going to be our start. Let's see how we do. So let's put that coal in the furnace. And then let's take stock of what we've got nearby. So just quick at a glance. I see coal. I see iron veins. I see iron and copper over here. I see iron copper. That's very interesting. The equator on this planet's looking a lot better than the other one. And so I think let's head over to this area right over here. We can take a very long walk and we're going to get ourselves started over there. Oh, you know what we can do, actually? Why not? Let's get set up right now. We won't be able to build or remove things until we finish the first research. So let's do that first. So I think we just kind of have to do this. Okay, lovely. And then that'll finish the first research, which unlocks the the toolbar. Some cats don't need much water if they get wet food, but she's also not eating her wet food. I'm like genuinely worried. I think we're taking her to the vet tomorrow morning if we still... I marked her water bowl. It's a clear, transparent one. So I marked it with some pencil. If the level does not decrease, and it's very humid, so it shouldn't evaporate, it shouldn't be much from evaporation. If I don't see a meaningful decrease tomorrow, I'm taking her to the vet so we can put her on a drip. But it's also going to stress her out even more, right, doing that. She's such a sweet little thing. I will post pictures in the Discord after the stream. Links in the description if you'd like to see them. But she's tiny, man. Right now, her name from the adoption group is Sarang, which means love in Korean. Is very, very sweet. She is from the Yongsan area of Seoul, which is a very old historical district that survived the war for the most part, and is currently being torn down to build glitzy apartments for K-pop stars. It's somewhat of a controversial decision by the developer, who, by all accounts, is a complete and utter son of a bitch. Doesn't seem to care too much about the historical preservation of one of the city's most long-standing and beautiful districts. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? I haven't made a single $1 million, let alone multiple of them. So let's put this over there. Okay, why are we connecting all these up? Because I'm going to actually design a very simple power plant build here, I guess. Let's go into there. Okay, so you are going to be my coal store. Thank you. You are going to receive power. And now we're going to start seeing a real boost. I'm hoping. So let's put... I think we kind of have to do this. And I think we definitely need to spawn with more belts. So we'll put that down there. We'll clear out these. We will put down these. Let's do like 3 of them. And they each need to have a single input. A single input should be fine. Okay, something like this. And then you should get coal. And then I will actually pick that up, holding control, and we'll jumpstart the first one. Because that should then put coal in the next one, which will put coal in the next one, which should fire up the whole thing. Then we're going to offset these slightly. Let's build another one on this side. And we will reverse them. And their models line up really well if you stack them like this, I find. Okay. And then we will do the inverse here. And then a nifty thing about these coal plants is you can do this. You can actually do that with them, which is really, really awesome. Okay, awesome. So that's probably power sorted for a little while. I am getting called by the cat. I'm aware. She will do this until she falls asleep. This is why I have stopped live streaming, is this cat, by the way. We also got the new cat, because little baby needed a rescue. You know, her home was destroyed by property developers. Can't we all relate? And her, but also her, we're hoping she acts like a bit of a salve to smooth out the edges on this one a little bit. All right, let's run some power. I recently took a cat of my former flatmate. He loves me, and he's been best buddies with my cat for 5 years. Still took 2 days to get settled. They really hate change. They really hate change, man. But this is a shame. We're on day... Well, she arrived, like, very late, like midnight on Monday. After she spent the entire day in the car, the poor thing, like 12 hours, because the rescue person was doing, like, a bunch of other drop-offs on the same day. And then she also went to the vet, and then was dropped off here. And then, unfortunately, Lily, being the absolute little bundle of joy that she is, busted into the room where we're keeping little Sarang, and just was like like shat in her litter box, ate her food, pulled down her pants, called her fat. Like, she's just a complete little bundle of joy that we've got living with us. She just completely disrespected and bullied this poor little thing. So she's got a lot of stress coming in, and we're really trying not to stress her out. You know, we're like limiting our interaction with her to like the bare minimum, not touching her. She's very shy. So we're sort of just we're going in and sort of saying hello, putting down a couple treats, which she hasn't eaten. You know, trying to play with her toy a little bit, see if she responds, and just sort of staying in her corner. And then, of course, all the while in the background, you just hear because Lily's right outside the door, screaming because I am in a different room to her. So it's just been an absolutely seamless integration from beginning to end. God, she's just a little. She's certainly one of the cats of all time. I will give her that, and I'll never take it from her. She can keep it. All right, so let's set up our next tower. This is going to be a resource input tower. And now I'm starting, I think with these initial resources, we're actually starting to see the perks of this whole thing. You see how she just came up, screamed in my face, and left? That's the joy. That's the joy of Ginger cat ownership. If you were ever in doubt as to what that's like, now you know. All right, but I think one component we are absolutely missing is belts early on. So what I'm actually going to do is we're not going to hook up all of this.
An assault.
Yeah, it'll be fine. What I'm actually going to do early on is we're actually not going to hook up all of these mines. We're literally just going to hook up the first two. And we're going to build our first smelter so that we can start producing our own belts as quickly as possible. All right, and you need to get some... I'm going to give you like 20. There we go. Dark Fog is launching an assault. I do see that. We have enough drones to give each tower 10. So 20 is actually a bit overkill, but considering this is like a resource hub, I'm gonna give it double the dosage. But this is gonna be slow for a bit. Oh shit. Well, that's a problem. That's gonna be a problem. It's me, communist Canadian space guy. I'm none of those things. That's the best part about me. I just alt-tabbed to stream and got shot in my game. What are you playing? Was it Head Eyes? Okay, we managed to get you before it broke our shit. But this is a small problem with building across the planet. This is something to note if we ever do this as an actual playthrough. And you know what? I'm gonna feed you like 10 drones, just so we've got a little bit of capacity here. All right, and now we can actually leverage the power of the drone for a second by let's unlock belts so that I have the ability to make more. And what we're gonna can you get out of the menu? Thank you. We are then going to make 10 of these, which I should be able to do. Beautiful. And going across the map, I can just pull resources straight out of here. This is the power of the belt. It is very, very, very nice. Of these towers, you can interact with them from the map view, which is super duper powerful. Okay, you're gonna make me 10 of these, and then make me 10 of those, and 10 of those, and 10 of those, and 10 of those, because that's gonna be all the early game research again. And let's just knock those all out. I'm a whole 30 hours late. Hour 30 late. Nah, I mean, we literally, Roboman, we literally just restarted. Like, I can't see the current play time on 11 minutes ago. We restarted 11 minutes ago. So you haven't been anything. The whole gimmick of this playthrough is what if we started Dyson Sphere Program with Planetary Logistics Towers. So instead of waiting, 15 hours to get them, we start the game with them. Endgame tech at the beginning. It's a tale as old as time. How does it pan out for us? It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how they do it. Okay, we are now going to build a dual resource smelting tower, which is going to be you. You are going to receive iron and copper, and you will output iron and... No, you... how am I going to do this? We should do one for iron, one for copper. And honestly, we should do one for that as well. So I will put... We're going to do 3 of these. We're going to keep it simple, stupid. So let's do an output line here. And that's going to be 1, 2... Oh, I don't know why I'm spacing it that way.
Research complete.
Oh, lovely. We've got our metallurgy. So I can do that. And that tells me how far this needs to go, which tells me how far this needs to go. Okay, and then we set up the inserters and the outserters. And we'll do that there. And I need to expand this just a touch further, don't I? Okay, and I'm not setting a recipe just yet, because I think I actually want to copy-paste this.
Replication complete. Research complete.
Which I can't do yet because I haven't unlocked blueprints. Right. Okay, blueprints require Mecha Core level 1. Let's activate that. I think we can knock that out pretty easily. And I just need to smelt up some of this, ironically enough. So you can make me 20 of these. 1, 2. And 20 of these. Okay, this is already going a lot faster. Yeah, you missed all the stuff that didn't work. Oh, thank you, Omega. Thank you. This is the Nepo Baby mod. Yes, dude. Yes, the trust fund start. What if you started the game without any of the stuff that makes it difficult? He's a genius. He's a genius. Wait, carefully. He's a hero. All right, so that's going to produce that. Then I need 100 of these. So we might as well get that cooking. We literally, say literally one more time. I dare you. Okay, let's stack up. We'll put another one there. And another one. That's on the meridian. I don't like that. Because I want to do these on both sides. These are going to be symmetrical. So we'll do one there. And we'll do one up here. Okay. We're sort of building fairly high up because we don't have landfill yet. So it's going to be a bit chaotic for a while. And then we'll sort it out later. All right. I would love to copy paste it. I just don't think that's reasonably going to happen. So these ones we're going to have to do manually. All right. So you're going to be iron. You're going to be iron ore. You're going to be iron ore and magnetics and magnets. You're going to be copper and copper plates. Complete. Thank you. And let's set these to receive. So the drones over there can start bringing them in complete. While we work. Okay, next up is you. You are going to be my iron out. And we're actually going to need to do 9 smelters on this one. A little bit differently. Because the recipe for these fellas, what are they called? The magnetic rings is 1.5 seconds per production cycle, not 1 second. And the belt can support 6 items per second. So we need 9 of them to fill it out. If that doesn't make any sense to you, return to 8th grade arithmetic. No, 3rd? I'm going to say 3rd grade arithmetic. Let's put that down and put that over there. When do you guys do times tables in the States? Because we hit that in like grade, I want to say grade 2 in South Africa. When you're like 8 years old. Just all I'm saying is I was the king of that shit and ain't nobody could step to me. All right? Ain't nobody. Can I click this button now? No, I can't. Why is this not available to me? I can enqueue this, but not this. Meta EM count reaches 6. Okay. So I can't speedrun it. There's like a meta game lock. So by consuming you, how many meta in-game whatchamacallits? Oh, you know what? Screw it. Wait, hold on. Was that... Did I saw something here? How does one... You know what? We'll get there when we get there. Forget the blueprints. I didn't want them anyway. Let's put down one of these. And a couple of those. All right, lovely. It's all firing up. You are going to produce iron. And you're going to go. You are going to output iron. And you are outputting iron. Alrighty, cool. So that's one set of smelters up and running. Let's do the same thing over here. So we are going to have to handcraft a few smelters. A few belts, I think. But this start definitely is a bit closer to kind of showing off the power of this. Maybe. I'm not particularly convinced that this is a particularly interesting topic just yet. But let's keep going. We'll see. I don't think this is going to make for much of a video if we ever did one with it. I think it's just literally like, what if I started the game without any of the difficulty? We do have dog fog on 500%. That is true. Did I do that for this one? Oh, no. Can I change it? Did I change the dog fog setting on this one? As a French viewer, I don't understand the grade system. That's okay. We won't hold it against you. You are French. You can't help it. Oh, burn. He said the thing. Haha. All right, you are a pretty primary resource, Mr. Copper. So you can have 20 drones. You are like you're the guy. So you're gonna get 25 drones, and you're just like a little fella. You can have 15. I'm trying to divvy these out in reasonable portions. Also, only fly when you've got a full load to deliver. I don't want you moving 5 bits at a time. Okay, so we're running out of power, which is completely predictable. And that's mostly because these are charging up, as well as all the drone flying around, because they're bringing in a lot of resources here. But with that, we've now got some basic smelting. I think we can do a little bit of basic automation as well. So let's design a few builds for that. And I'm going to head further south for this one. And you are not connected at all somehow. How have I done this wrong? No, we've just flatlined the grid. Oops. I think... Yeah, it's charging. It's charging up. It's just completely blacked out the grid. That's okay. We weren't using it anyway. I don't think I did the dark fog. Shit! Man, okay. Well, it's fine. It's fine. We're doing this. It was a super easy start as a test. Okay, nice and low down. I think this is a good place to build a few other builds. Okay, so I want to get down another tower, which we absolutely cannot in any way support. We're going to give it 10 drones to start, max out its bits, and you are going to bring in iron and you are going to bring in copper, and you are going to produce circuit boards. So we're going to feed you 3 machines, and a dream. And I think I actually need to space these out by 1, something like this. And we will expand all of this soon. So that's going to be... How am I going to do this? It's going to be iron in the middle. We'll have a return line for the circuits. And then I think we're going to need an output line, a secondary line here for the copper. And a secondary line here for the copper. Okay. Then you're going to have copper in. You're going to get iron in. And you're going to get... circuits out. You're going to get circuits out, and you're going to get iron in, and you're going to get copper in. Okay, and you are going to be this, and you are going to be this, and we're going to copy, and we're going to paste, 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 paste. All right, lovely. So that should, under ideal circumstances, power everything up. Yep. Okay, and you've blacked out the grid again, but that's okay. It's part of the journey. We're going to do, let's do like 500 and 1,000. I don't want these buffered up too much here. And you can store as many of these circuits as you can manage. Okay, gorgeous. And then we'll be able to build the same thing in that direction as well once we get landfill. Until then, let's do this. Let's do this for gears, and let's do this for everybody else. And then we can start making some of these into blueprints. When I am out of gear, I'm out of belts. Let's just make a bunch.
Insufficient materials.
Yeah, you'll be fine. All right, so same story. This then becomes, you go here. Do like 3 and then 1. And you'll do 2 and 1, like that. Okay, and you get powered up. And what am I missing? Can I move you? I can move you 1 closer. All right, let's do that, because it does reduce the cost of the build by 1 belt, which is something we currently do not have. So let's move these in. And move this in. And then we can pick that up. All right, and that saves us just a tiny little bit of resources. Bald man live at this time of day in this location? Can I watch him? No. Avert your eyes. This is mature content. You are going to get copper, and you are going to get magnets, and you are going to produce magnets. You will be my magnetometer. And I love you. So you are 2 magnets to 1 copper, so we'll put the magnets on this line. And we'll put it on this line. And we will bring the copper out
Replication
here.
complete.
Don't worry about it. And we'll bring the copper out here. And we will return the magnets. And then it's literally the same build, except we just change the recipe. Lovely. Okay. And then you are... I'll just do it. I'll do it myself. Fine. Fine. There we go. The Supreme Leader has decreed that watching the bald man build fantastical power plants is compulsory. Sleep is not. Listen, I'm just asking, all right? I'm not accusing anyone of anything. But is there a reason that you all make so many mentions of me being bald? I just want to know. I just want to know if it's because you love me, or if it's like, maybe is it like, are we friends? How does it work? I don't understand. You make a bunch of these.
Materials.
I think we need another power plant. What do you guys think? I think maybe we need another power plant. So I'm going to put one here. That'll pick up that stone. That'll pick up the stone. That's going to pick up the iron. And those are probably not going to have any bots. Those will just be like passive providers.
Replication complete.
I'm going to build the power plants fairly far north, just because it's kind of like wonky up here. They don't need to be particularly big. So let's do something like, this is a pretty unused little spot. We'll do one there. And this is going to be our power plant design. So we'll have one line coming straight out, like that. And you are going to bring in coal as much as you can receive, and you do have some coming. And I'm actually not going to give this guy any... I lied. I'm going to give him 10 drones. You can have 10 drones, and you'll be thankful for it. All right. And then we're going to have a few more coming out this way, and then we're going to figure out exactly how much we can fit here. So I think we do 1, 2, 3. I think we do 1, 2, 3, like this. And we save on the belts. And then we do 1, 2, 3 like this. Because how quickly do... I'm going to like do a little visual experiment here. Like, how quickly do these consume this at their current pace? And of course we can daisy chain these, and we will. And I want them at least 2 deep. At least. So let's build another set. Okay, and there comes the power. Oh, and we do need to jumpstart this manually. So this will power itself for the moment, just until it gets started. Okay, lovely. And I am going to allow you to power this tower, so that their bots can go out and get more coal, so we can break more power. And you see the feedback loop coming. We are all bald and unemployed in spirit. Brother, ain't that the damn truth. I will say, if you work a job which allows you to watch content like this on a second screen, you are unemployed. I don't give a shit what it says on your LinkedIn. You are unemployed. Get it twisted. You have no job. I'm currently unemployed. Baldness will come another 40 years, judging by historical statistics. Holy shit. I went bald. Like, actually, like, I need to shave my head right now, bald. At 25? Yeah, I think that's right. 26? Don't say tragic. It wasn't tragic. It was fine. I'm over it. I'm fine with it. Okay, so that's power coming in. Since we're here, let's just get the old coal mine iron mine planned out, and then we will move on, because it's time for us to produce our first science stack. Before we do anything else, we are going to get science. That could be better. Let's do this. I prefer to do the mining in pieces as I go. Otherwise, it gets a little bit tedious. Let's do another one here. And here. And actually, you know what? You know what? Before we even get ahead of ourselves too much with all that, let's actually build out the other side of this. I'm gonna make a few more of these, which I would love to do if I could find the iron one, but you don't have any power, so you aren't doing anything. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we are at genuine gridlock. Okay, I'm just gonna do a twofer on this side for now, because I don't have enough belts, and I do not have the technology to make new ones. How embarrassing. Okay, you output this. Thank you. And you can get a power pole right there. All right, so that's plenty of juice coming in. Let's wire this into the grid, and we'll figure out the rest of this collection later. All right, so this is gonna, yep, it's gonna immediately tank, but that is a lot more power production. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. Now let's set up the smelters. No, we did smelters. What did we do again? Watching the stream until the rain stops so you can see more than 1 meter in front of you? Coward. In this household, we drive blind. We close our eyes. we let Jesus take the wheel. All right, I'm beginning to realize that you actually need like a full stack of drones because you are a vital resource to the continuation of this series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set out 25 for you. That's as close to a full stack as a fellow like me can afford. Okay, you're going to go get a bunch of coal, and you're going to run things. That is the downside with using produced power rather than constant power like from the wind turbines. Like the wind turbines give you a lot less, but they do give it to you. All right, I'm beginning to realize that maybe before we build science, we actually need to build belts, which is something we totally can do. So I think we need to plan our bus, our main thoroughfare. Where did I say I wanted to do that? I wanted to do that here, right? Yeah. We're going to have a set of towers, like over here-ish, and we're going to go to the left. And we're just going to run like really long lines of belts with lots of resources on it, and we're going to build ourselves a main bus mall. Because this is something that a lot of people in this game do not do, and I think it's something that is actually quite interesting to do in this game, because it kind of doesn't want you to do it. Can you please fill yourself up? What is the problem? Why are we out of juice? You have coal. Because you don't have enough power to get started. Oh, well, that's silly. Well, that's silly. Yeah, he hasn't got enough in the tank. Okay, hold on. Cut that off. Because you... this needs to be running at full tilt, because otherwise it's just going to gridlock. This needs to be running at full tilt before we can do anything else. This is the lesson I have decided I have learned. Okay, you should have gotten some iron. Yep.
Insufficient materials.
And we see the problem. It's power. We need to make belts so that we can wear them tighter. So true. So true. If we just tighten the belts, it'll all be fine. The ancient texts dictate.
Replication complete.
All right. Replication's complete, people. Have you heard it? So that means we've made these? Yeah, some of them. Yeah. You need to be like fully saturated as like a jump start before we do anything else, I think. And then I'm going to go put down more of these good goods over here. And we'll do one there and there. And let's just jumpstart you. It would be great if there was like any amount of coal near where we've decided to build. There is some over here. I think actually we might need to go get some over there. Power first, then use the power? It doesn't make any sense. I don't think you've ever been to South Africa. Need power to make power? Sounds like capitalism. I wouldn't let it anywhere near me. We need clean energy to power the coal plants.
Insufficient
It's so
materials.
true. This is a categorical disaster, man. Shit is not working at all. All right. What if, hear me out, crazy thought. What if the coal powered itself without having to fly halfway across the planet? Have we thought about this? I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever said that before. I mean, that's possibly true. That exact sentence is a bit insane. I lack item. You hear this, people? You hearing this? Ridiculous. Apparently I lack item. Could never be me. Could you just knock out as many of those as you can be bothered to do? And I guess I'll give you one of these. I'm committing to this coal power. Okay, you can't, the green lobby's not getting to me. All right, we will achieve clean coal this year. Watch this space. It'll happen. It'll happen. It just needs a little bit of time for the industry to mature, okay? Can I move you up? I can move you up. Let's do that. Is this interesting? I feel like this playthrough is not particularly interesting. I just don't know if this challenge actually like does anything. It's kind of just like, okay, you got some power. Congratulations. Who doesn't? I don't know. What do you guys... I genuinely... I don't know if this is doing it for me or for anyone. You have not been to South Africa? Well, I mean, there's only one way to fix that. I think we're going to knock that out so that this can turn on. Yes. Yes. You are somehow built over 2 cells, so you won't work. Okay.
Replication complete.
Why would it be easy? It's a good question. It's a good question. Let's try that. Okay, that's going through. Lovely. Let's try it. Let's try this again. It's DSP content, so I'm content. I think it might actually just be more fun just to play the game normally. I thought this would be like an instant, like, mega boost, but I kind of find myself just being like, oh, I kind of wish I had my automation in place. Because you basically have to cheat in all the stuff that you just make anyway, right? I genuinely don't know if this is more interesting than just the base game. I like seeing alternative game approaches. Well, you know what? Let's not shoot the horse in the back of the head just yet. We can give it a little bit more time. Okay, we've connected the grid and it is actually running now. So that's good. That's good. Never mind, it's immediately flatlined. Okay. Oh, this isn't gonna work, man. This shit's not gonna work. It's just too much power demand. And like those wind turbines, they make a lot of power, man. We were doing better on the first scuffed ass run. It's just too much juice. It just can't keep up. Okay, if I knock these all like way down. Like way down. I just don't think it can work. I don't think this can work. I mean, no, it's not true. This can work. I just don't think it's the super boost I was hoping it would be. Maybe if you had the perfect spawn. Maybe if you had the perfect spawn, you could do it. I do think that like the regular progression might be that way for a reason. We're learning so much today, Chad. It's almost like game balance is something the developers consider. Yeah, because like right now I'm powering nothing, right? But the second I connect, well, hold on. What if we daisy chain this? What if we connect you? All right. Okay. So you go here. Maybe we just gotta like you know, slowly boot the economy back up. All right. So you do your thing, and you slowly but surely getting that stuff on. Okay. Let's disconnect this network completely. And let's link you guys up here. All right, so that grid is not flatline. You know what? You segment the grids. That's how you do it at the start. You keep them separated. Each grid needs its own power structure. Otherwise, you get this brownout thing that we've got going on here. Okay, so you disconnect. You guys disconnect from one another. That's all linked up. Incredible. Do you have any production at all? Did I lose a power pole? You have 300 kilowatts of generation capacity. Yeah, something's failed on the other side of the planet. Turns out the game was perfectly balanced with no exploits. I've heard that somewhere. Where have I heard that? And what happened was this browned out, so it's stun locked. So we need wind turbines to power our coal generators. Okay, I'm starting to see. I'm starting to see that maybe we have a bit of a problem here with this grand design, in that it doesn't work. Okay, top yourself up, and then you know what? Just put a full stack in all of these little shits to kind of just get this going. Okay, you are now 100% satisfied. 60% of the time, every time. Beautiful. We go here, and we just put that. You know what? Let's increase just a smushkin, just a smushkin, I say. Okay, and I just apparently that's not going to work, so we're just going to put down. We have 3 of these left. Okay, so this is the maximum power we could conceivably produce, and it's not much. And I'm still not convinced this is any better than the basic, than like a regular vanilla star. And now this thing's browned out. Oh, man. Okay, so coal power. South African discovers grid management. If I wasn't where I'm from, this would be way less funny. That's all. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so we need solar panels to power the coal turbines. You heard it here first, people. This is peak factory game content. I do agree. All right. This was my dream. My dream was that we would come in and we would just like stamp down a mega base. Because I would like get some cool blueprints going and then it would all be done. But that's not going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. And I kind of feel like I'm just going to be beating my head against the power problems for the longest time. Because it's not like we're going to hit an equilibrium. Like all of this has to back up completely before that happens. And that's going to be a while. Let's just put it that way. It ain't going to happen anytime soon. So, here's my premise. Here's my pitch. Okay. I think the idea is a bit of a dud, but I do want to keep playing Dyson Sphere Program. I do. We could do something a little different. All right. We could ditch this current run again. And we could play a Galactic Scale start, just a regular vanilla start to the game, except that we start on a non-standard world. We start on like an arid world or a lava world or something cool, right? The batteries would help big time with the grid fluctuations. That's true. Maybe we got to build batteries into the start if we do this. No, you're right. No, this is like impossible without batteries, obviously. But, or like, I mean, hydro storage would be the dream, but I don't think the game quite has that kind of water physics. I want to keep playing, but I'm not loving this idea. It's not doing it for me. And it's not really scratching the problem solving itch. It just feels like we've cheated and it hasn't worked out. Which is very predictable. All right. I won't abandon ship yet because people seem to be enjoying it. So instead, I am going to keep it running. Some planets have huge resources. Exactly. That's the idea. Like, we'll turn up the dark fog and we'll try out a different planetary start. Does that sound interesting? It sounds interesting to me. I'm certainly keen to try it. Let's put you in there, take you out there. And you will be one of these. Excuse me, sir? Ah, you've never requested it, you fool! You foolish man. You never requested the goods here. And so you have not produced a single magnet. You have produced some electronics, though. That's pretty sweet. It's too big, too fast. You got to start with one tower at a time until they're charged. Yeah, I think you're right. So, I think the way you could do this start, practically, is to not... Because my plan was like we immediately go for segmented builds so we don't have to rebuild it. But I think you genuinely have to play the early game like you normally would. I think you have to build out the basic resources to get wind turbines. Because power is your biggest bottleneck. Because by the time you unlock these, you're supposed to have coal power. Not coal power, you're supposed to have hydrogen power unlocked and running. And I just don't think we're going to get there. So you know what I'll do? I'm not going to completely abandon the run. In the comments, if this is something you'd like to see. So this is our Planetary Logistics System test number 2. I'll save it there, and we might return to this again. But I'm also kind of keen just to like play some basic DSP. I think there's something more interesting to be said there. Maxed out Dark Fog. I think that would absolutely shred us, but I'm willing to try it. You know what? Let's do it. It's not quite the same run, but what we're going to do one thing. We're going to... not Milky Way, sorry. We're going to go to the Galactic Scale settings, which is the mod that you just saw on screen in that loading splash. It's really cool. It adds in like a ton of new worlds, and it's going to be quite a while before we get to them in our current setup. So let's actually start on one of them and see what they look like. This looks like a modern Australian water power storage project. Pain is content, but it wasn't so much painful as it was just kind of like not working. So let's go for a bit of pain. Yeah, let's do a bit of Galactic Scale. So to do this, we need to go onto the Galactic Scale segment of the settings menu. Click the drop down arrow for the birth planet settings. So we're gonna really screw with this. I'm gonna max out the planet size. We're gonna go goofily big. The orbit is, I believe, like how distant from your star you are, and I'm gonna leave it fairly close. We're going to unlock the starter planet, so we have other themes, and let's do something cool. A Sakura world where it's like pink cherry blossoms. Pandora, where it's all like neon glow stuff. I just find it's kind of dark. Gigantic Forest is cool. I think let's do, not Prairie, although that would be very South African. Let's do Sakura. Let's do like a beautiful like cherry blossom theme. We'll give ourselves silicon and titanium on the starting planet. We will allow rares in the starting system. Our star will be a type O. I'm going to give myself like, we're going to tidally lock the starting planet. I love that idea. Our birth planet will be a moon. We're going to click all the boxes of a gas giant. No, not of a gas giant. It's going to be a moon of another planet. Let's try that. And let's apply that. Okay, so let's go new game. Let's try, we'll do a random seed. We'll do 128 planets. And I'm just going to hit random until I get both O-type stars, neutron stars, white dwarfs, and black holes. Just in my randomly generated list there. There we go. There's one of each. That's totally fine with me. And this is our starting system. Yo, that's cool. We got this super distant orbit of something, which is a little ice frost world. We've got our Pandora world. No, I think I specifically said Sakura. Whoa, hold on. Our starter world is a moon of another world? Elf 3's Tropicana, our world's Pandora. You know what? That's fine with me. It's a gas giant, and there is an obsidian planet here. This could be really cool. Okay, so dark fog settings. Let's remember to set this up. We do not want advisor tips ever, please. Up the power 1,000%. Okay, listen, 500. let's double the difficulty. We'll double the growth speed. We'll allow for they can have 50% as many buildings. I'm not too worried about the initial stuff. I think that's not particularly interesting. Let's go to let's put them on like a slightly more aggressive form factor, and then we'll double their density with 2.4 times the difficulty. So we are going to really need, but we have a lot of advantages ourselves. So we're going to need to really push towards weapons as soon as possible. And I think with that, we can go ahead and start. Let's try this out. Elf 3-1. All right. Now, the dark fog will not touch us. This is very important. They will not touch us until we produce power and consume it. Our starting planet is tidally locked, so we're kind of in the dark. This is really cool. So this is a Pandora world. Oh, it's got the cool pink trees. Lots of water, though. Oh, this is going to be a spaghetti maze, man. This is going to be really hard. All right, let's do it. We are unfortunately tidally locked, which means that it's going to be a little hard to see things until we go to the other side of the planet, which I might just do. I think the first thing we're going to do is walk to the daylight side and hope we can find an iron copper cluster somewhere. Let's do a little scan and see what we can see. Gamers, I don't see any resources. We got oil. Oh, wait. Do the starting planets not spawn with the same resources? I don't think that they do. Oh, crud. Yep. There are no resources on this planet. Okay, back to the drawing board. It looked cool. It looked cool. It looked cool. All right, new game. You crashed your car in game. Okay. Don't scare me like that, Sean. I don't care how little you are. All right, settings, Galactic Scale. If I unlock, I want other habitable themes. I would like it to be a Sakura. I thought I set that. I guess not. You've all been reset because why would it possibly maintain that between iterations? Oh, we don't want this one. We want you up there. No, 100% is fine. 2x on the density, and then scaled up 2.45. Perfect. Let's go back a moment. Oh, cancel. Sorry. Let's go back to here and let's us randomize once more. Has that changed this? No, it hasn't. Good. All right. What have you got for me? Runchy. Yeah, little so and such as. So my starting planet is a prairie. Okay. And there are no resources. This is a known bug. We have to exit out. We have to quit the game and relaunch. The thing is, my surname is Little, but I ain't little. Prove it. Prove it. Assuming you are of age. Prove it. Let's see evidence. No, please don't. Please don't prove it. I'm joking. Nuts on the table, though. I didn't realize DSP was Planet Selection Simulator. Listen! Okay? Life is lived in a series of exciting moments. This is not going to be one of them. You got to have the low points so that the high points mean something. I fully accepted if I crash my car, I'm dead. Front-mounted fuel tank, pre-crumple zone, and only lap belts. Macbeth, have you considered driving anything else at all? Perhaps a motorcycle. Your survival rate might be higher. Are these settings still saved? Does anything persist? Okay, that persists. Dope. Let's try this again. There might be a few rolls before we get this right, gamers. Just gonna warn you now. All right. We need to hit a few randoms till we get one of each. Oh, there was one there. Crap. Oh, there we go. Okay. 1 neutron star, 4 white dwarfs, and a black hole. Beautiful. All right. I will tweak the dark fog settings in a second. You are a savanna planet. Okay, so it's really just not... it's really just not doing what we're asking it to do, is it? It is really just not. A Sakura! Sakura Ocean! Yes, dude! Yes! And it's got resources! Yes! Yes! Okay. We're there. We're there. Okay, so this is Satananan 3. Ah, shit! I didn't up the dark fog, but God, that looks so cool. God, that looks so cool. Okay, run it back. God fucking damn it. I didn't click the dark fog settings. We'll get there. We'll get there, people. Don't you worry. All right, don't you worry your pretty little heads. We're gonna die tonight. That's right. That's what I want to see. Except now I gotta click this button for this one to go back to the other screen, but not the other one, because nothing makes any sense anymore. I'm not crashing out, I'm crashing in. Namaste. Okay, that looks good. What the hell is this? Who cares? Okay, you're a Tropicana world? I had so... Did that shit just say 0? That shit said fucking 0. I gotta... Because I gotta fucking exit the game and restart it. This is... One more time. I'm not searching for perfection. I'm literally just trying to hit like 2 things. It needs to have resources and ideally be pink. That one's for the mushroom. Mog, why is your name purple? It's because you're my number 2 fan, according to YouTube chat. Nice to meet you. Hello. Altair 4, listen. Listen, we will reconstruct the fun from first principles. We just gotta find the crude oil that we can refine into something interesting, okay? One of these friggin' days, we're gonna get there. All right, we're gonna hit rand. Oh, we got one. We got a viable option. Okay, you are like the exact type of thing I didn't want to see. You are not viable. It has to have one of each star type. Otherwise, there are certain resources that won't spawn. That's pretty good. A Sakura Ocean. Sakura Ocean. Dark fog settings. Don't screw this up, big boy. Double the max density. They are sharp and dangerous. There's the seed. Copied. Not that it matters, because the generation seems fairly random. Alright, this is it. We got there. I'm going to make a save as soon as we land. This looks cool as hell. I love it. I see rocks. I see iron. I see iron. We're so back. Okay, we're so back. We're so back. I know you can't see anything. Don't worry about it. We'll sort that out later. Bro is on the verge of greatness. We're right again. We're edging greatness. Okay, so this is going to be my Galactic Scale. Galactic Scale YT stream start. Okay. And this planet's going to be beautiful as hell, and we're all going to cry, and it's going to be wonderful, and maybe we'll kiss a little. We don't have to, but I wouldn't be upset if we did. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, we've been here a few times already. So give me 5 of those. Thank you. And what else do I need? I think it's just 5 of those. And we'll get some basic power production, and I'm just going to wander my way over to the light side of the planet. Because you are tidally locked. I love tidally locked planets because you build all your industry on the dark side and you build all your power on the light side. And it just makes solar panels like really, really viable. All right, we're just going to keep while we walk, we are going to research. I want metallurgy, I think. Nope, please, please, please stop opening tutorials. Thank you. Make this instead. Make metallurgy, not war. Could you make me 5 of those? And none of those, I guess. Okay, cool. We will get there, I believe. We made a very large planet. Ayo commentary, lol. The greatness will begin. Listen, the greatness will resume once morale improves. We're gonna do a lot of beatings between now and then. Okay, I might have to start eating some leaves for sustenance. Look what they've reduced us to, chat. Look what they've done to my boy. Okay, you know what? Just pick up a couple trees on your way out. So, sorry, was that... I get sulfuric acid from the trees? Well, that's very interesting. What do I get from the big one? Oh, you're stuck. Help me, Sakura. We got kimberlite. Diamonds! Ooh! Very interesting. Okay, head towards the lights. I see the sun. I see the horizon. I'm hearing a lot of gunshots in-game. I'm very worried about you. Y'all, I'm gonna crash the fuck out. Are there ore veins on this planet? There's a coal patch. There's another coal patch. This is gonna be so painful. Oh god, it's all so separated. Where? Oh, silicon and titanium. That's interesting. There's some stone. I need to find iron and copper and walk towards. Oh, copper. Huge. Okay. Any iron in existence? Any iron at all? Any iron whatsoever? Anywhere on this map? I was really hoping it would tidally lock us and then spawn us on the light side, but of course it did not do that. So our 2 starting veins are in the dark, which won't make for much of a YouTube video. There's the iron. Okay, we've got iron. Iron confirmed. Iron confirmed to exist. Right here. Oh, and it's like right next to me. Okay, huge. So that's the iron. We need to do a little bit of scouting here. Where is the copper? There's that silicon. The copper's all the way up here, isn't it? Oh, frick. This is unplayable, dude. This is unplayable. This is why you test things before you stream them, you freaking goober. This is unplayable, gamers, man. This is not it. You might need the planetary logistics here. We've come full circle. Are the resources low because you're starting on a moon? No, I think the resources are the same for all your starter planets. I think what's happened is I set the world size to be 500. And so it's taken the same number of veins and spread them out over the surface of a much larger planet. And also because half the planet is in perpetual darkness because I decided to tidally lock it, we can't see it. Okay, there is copper over there. There's hope. This is going to be a very slow start. But we're going to have to rush. We're going to have to rush this. That is now the most important thing we can possibly get. Which means we need to get this. And then we need to get this. Because that's going to allow us to actually plan our lives. Okay, and I'm gonna like pre-build everything we need. So we need magnetic coils. We need magnetic coils and circuits. Okay. So we are going to make as many magnetic coils as can be made here. Let's do like, we'll do 40. That should give us 20 of these. That'll give us 40 of these, which should be plenty. I'm going to need like 10 of these. And the reason I'm doing this now is because we're going to have to pick this mine up and walk down to the copper. And then I'm going to need to be able to make a bunch of these. So let's get like... Let's get a 50 stack of
Insufficient
plates
materials.
smelted. Okay, and that should get us pretty close. So I'm going to let this mine up a little bit more, and then we'll pick it up. And this shit is not tidally locked! I'm so sorry? Satellite, tidal locking, permaday, and permanite. Is the permaday and permanite with us in the room right now? This fucking game, dude. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe we're in shadow of our parent planet? Oh, no, we are the parent planet. Wait, the moon is larger. It's tidally locked to the planet, not to the sun, because I made it a moon, because I am the smartest man who ever lived. Okay. You know what? What if we ship it? You know what? We live in the bed we've made, okay? We live in the bed we've made. There'll be daytime again at some point. Oh my god, dude. How does the larger moon work? That's not the game's fault. I forced the world to generate like this. So that's me. That's my bad. Oh god, where the hell was the copper, man? Where was the copper? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave that Tesla tower here. Just so we can actually find this again. That's not going to show
complete.
up. Oh, brother. Okay, slow walk down. We were so focused on whether we could. We didn't think about whether we should. All right, chat. I'm opening it up to the audience. Do we push through? Do we fight through the pain and try and make this work, or do we just roll this again and just play the damn game? I'll still do an alternative start. I just maybe with some correct settings. There's the copper. Okay, so 1 in chat if we keep going, 2 in chat if we pivot and reset. Suffering is content. This is just grind. It's just, we're literally just going to be walking across. We'll eventually get there, don't get me wrong, and it's going to be good as fuck when we do, but it is going to take a minute. It's so scuffed, though. It is very scuffed. You got to give it that. All right. You produce me this, which means I can now produce this. Beautiful. Which will then allow me to produce this. Restart, restart, restart. 4. Suffer, suffer. 21. Suffering is content, but is it fun suffering? No, this is... It's going to take us like 2.5 hours just to get attacked by the dark fog, and then we won't be able to get over there. Which I guess is its own thing, right? That's its own thing. That's a thing on its own. All right. Make me another batch of these. Thank you. And then we can make a batch of these. Lovely.
Research complete.
And then we should have everything to make the next bit. Turning DSP into a walking simulator. 222, restart, 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 restart. Okay. We have the save. We have the save. We can always go back. We won't, but we could. Okay, I gotta Alt F4 and do it again, just because it's not going to spawn resources. Listen, there's a couple layers to this, which you're not appreciating. One of them is that I'm losing my mind. The second one is that Aisha just got home. Thank God. Hello. Hello. I'm going to get this started again. Do you want to come say hi to the stream? She says hi. Where's Lily? She's sleeping? Oh, she's on the bed. Okay. She was on camera for a long time, just absolutely ruining everything. Circle back, double click on it later and synergize? Hell yes, brother. That's what I'm thinking. All right. All right. No one panic. But that was actually a pretty good research start. Like we actually, like lining it up like that actually kind of did something. One more time. One more time for the boys. Oh, no. I'm going to uncheck the tidal locking. We're just going to have a normal planet, okay? We're just going to have a normal planet. It's a normal planet. And we're not going to... just going to put that shit on default, okay? Which I think is like 200. Because we're just going to have a normal sized planet. Largely Halal, represent. Largely Halal, you're being summoned. She's over here. Come in.
Yes, for the air conditioner.
Oh, we should buy the new one? Okay.
She said it's fine. We will have to pay.
Come. They want to see. Yay! Yay! Yay!
Anyway.
It's largely halal. Yay!
She said we will have to pay the installation fee.
We're getting a new air conditioner because the one in the bedroom leaks.
But it should be fine. They're gonna call you.
Okay.
But you were fine with this one, right?
Yeah, I can tell them how to get here. Yeah. So we order it on Coupang and then they'll set up the installation.
They'll call you.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, when?
Yeah.
And then
Okay, and to do that they will say 언제
aircon
installation. Oh no.
I spoke to the lady about asking them for cat names.
Oh, gamer. We can't bring her out yet. I will do a stream next week, and we'll hopefully have her on camera by then. But cat names for the new little baby. Have you got a photo on your phone? Where's mine? Maybe we can show them.
So I spoke to the lady, and she said the previous foster place also didn't eat for like 3 or 5 days.
Is this from the cat foster?
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't eat for a long time until she got used to, or until she met the other cat.
Mm-hmm.
But she's met our other cat, and our other cat has history.
Repeatedly, yes.
I don't know.
This is the new baby. Shame, she's quite scared. Her name is Sarang, which means love in Korean, but that doesn't quite roll off the tongue. So we are taking submissions. She is a Scottish fold rescue, adopted from the desolation of Yongsan, which is currently being leveled for Korean property developers. She's very sweet, and she's tiny, man. Like tiny. She's so small. And she's dead silent. The sweetest little baby. And that's what she looks like. She's very pretty. She's very scared in this photo, obviously. I would love to bring her on camera. She's currently hiding in a little box, and we don't want to stress her out any more than we already have. She needs to eat and drink.
I'm gonna go say hi to her.
Yeah, you go say hi. I was just thinking, like, I haven't been touching her.
She hasn't been eating.
Or Lily?
Yeah.
No, I've been feeding her wet food all day because I've been trying to feed
Oh.
the new kitty, and so I have to give her, otherwise she busts down the door and beats her up and steals her lunch money. Our current cat is a bit of a bully, we have learned.
We've only learned now?
We've only learned right now
Have
that our
we?
current cat's a
Have
bit
we?
of a bully.
Okay.
Oh, I told him about your idea of putting the book visible to stream. So thank you for that one.
What?
God. How was your day at work?
Huh?
Why are you sitting off camera, dude? Could you I look like I'm insane? Could you just like shift up, like just? Oh no, I'm insane. But could you just like 1 foot? Okay, look at your forehead in the frame.
It's big enough.
Just could you like just sit there? No, that's not it.
Oh, shoulder.
Just you get shoulder. That's what you get. Okay.
No face, just shoulder.
Everyone, I just want to say one quick thank you to Aisha for putting up with me for 10 years. It's been 10 years we have been together. 10-year relationship. Much love, many tribulations and successes in that time. Also, she just turned 33. So let's give a big happy birthday to Largely Halal.
Why are you telling people how old I am?
Huh?
Why are you telling
Because you
people?
do not look 33. You look like 25.
No.
please show face. Demonstrate.
Not in this.
It's your work outfit. It's fine.
Where I have to tell
I think you
people
look
what to
great.
do.
I think you look fantastic. Tell them what to do. They like it. They're really into it, actually.
No, it's
Huh?
so annoying. Why do I work with dum-dums?
Congratulations. 10 whole sun-drowned trips. I know, and they weren't tidally locked either. So, that means something, probably. I don't know what I mean either. Don't worry.
Have you eaten?
I had some, like, veggies. I'll be good.
I tried to eat some of the chopped. They're going bad. And
I chucked out the cucumber.
Yeah,
and I ate all the
cucumbers
peppers.
are
The
slimy.
celery and the carrots are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dip was left out too long.
Nah, it's off. Okay. Chuck it.
I took it all, but I chucked it down the drain.
Okay.
So I decided to eat it.
Well, on that note, let's get back to it, shall we? I'm going to stream for another, like, hour, maybe? Hour and change? Okay. Rapunzel,
Bye.
let down your hair. And say hello to the people.
Cruzara.
Yeah, you're Cruzara, man. And say hello to the people. Oh my god.
Oh, it's so cruz.
You've been doing this for 10 years, man.
Because it's so humid. It's like
It is very... What's crus? Like wrinkly?
no cruz is
Like frizzy, right? Yeah, like frizzy. It's a frizzy hair.
Whoever knows Afrikaans, say
Ha!
that. Oh,
You got.
I'm so ippy.
All right, you go to sleep. I'll be done soon. Cheers, babe. Love ya.
Bye.
Bye. Have fun. Bombastic side. All right, that was fun. Let's one more try of this. If it doesn't work, we'll come back at it again next time. Okay. At this point, we're just rolling the dice to see what happens. Let's switch back to the game screen. All right. You have long wavy hair. It's held in the humid British summer. Korea's got 100% humidity. It's currently the monsoon, so it is only going to heat up. It was like 28 Celsius today. It was absolutely unbearable, to be honest. Also, are you still here? Das Überatmen, ja. I am, you'll be proud of me, I am learning electronics and Arduino coding because that air conditioner, okay, one second, we're going back just for a minute. That air conditioner does not lead into a drain for the water because this house was built in the 80s before the concept of non-wet floors was invented. And so there is a conduit which goes to the roof where the external unit is mounted that feeds this thing, right? But the water drain was not run. There is no external drain, and this is too far away from a window. So, right now, guess where the water goes? Let me show you. You're gonna love this. Oh, God. It goes in here. It goes into this thing, okay? It goes into one of these. Yeah. Now, there's a bit of a problem with that, which is that it frequently overflows and just floods the hardwood floors, which is no bueno. So I am learning coding, Arduino, electronics, yada yada. I've got all the parts. I just need to do it, which might be a video. We don't know. In order to make water sensors that I can clamp on top of the thing that will sound an alarm when it gets too full. Because it frequently overflows and you don't hear it because it's completely silent, right? And you just notice when you step in a puddle, and is not great. Is it rot you see in the wall? No. Well, it's rot of a kind. That is scratching, you see. That is scratching. That is rips and tears, you see, from the cat, from Lily. The landlord, in an attempt to prevent mold from forming, because it's a big problem in Korean apartments, this side of the wall is like paper wallpaper. This side is like a foam with like a plastic silver backing, like a water repellent backing, so that it can't form condensation underneath it, which is usually where the mold grows, and it works really well. Until a orange cat is involved, and she really enjoys digging her claws into it and ripping out large, meaty chunks. Every single there is this stuff in every single room in the house. It's like a hodgepodge mix because they just half-assed it. And every single one of these is shredded beyond... It looks horrendous. There's a piece. I just pulled it off the wall because why not get involved yourself, you know? It's just everywhere. Okay. So hook it up to Godify so you can get a notification on your phone if you'd like to be notified immediately. I would love to be notified immediately. Godify, I will... Could an Arduino Nano do this? Because that's the one I paid for. I bought like 3 of them to test. All right. I got some water sensors on Coupang, which is like Korean Amazon, for like 30 cents. It's insane how cheap they are. Like electronics in Korea, the whole project, I bought everything, and every component combined cost like, oh, dude, like maybe $12 all in. It's so cheap here because they literally make it down the road. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let's do this. Okay, let's try this. I can't let you get close. That'll work. That'll work. Oh, that'll work. That'll work. Not much in the way of copper. Very little copper. I don't think that's enough copper to get out of the early game. I think we have to roll that again. And we keep going. There we go. Our Savannah World. That's a bit better. I think we can do 1 million copper. I think we can survive that. Okay, and then we bump the dark fog settings again. I almost forgot. I did almost forget. And that's it. All right, there's our new seed. Let's go. Oh my god, it is the Senate. It is the official bankroller of this community. Hello. It has been a minute, my friend. How are you? This is a very interesting world. It's a tennis ball. Beautiful tennis ball in the sky. How... remind me, gamers, how do I hide HUD in this game? Because I want to take a screenshot of that. That is so cool. There is a way to do this, right? How do I hide HUD? Remind me. Hide UI, F11. There we go. All right. Because I just want to take a little, just a little screenshot of the golf ball. Oh, tennis ball. That really looks like a tennis ball. I love that. It was F11. Good memory. All right. Well, that's too much disappearing. I have picked up the goods. Excellent. Let's run it back. We know what to do now. So we will make 5 of these. And we've already done this 50 times at this point. And I don't have any coal nearby, but that's okay. We do have silicon. Interesting. Let's pick this up. Okay, so we got... This is officially our start. We finally got there. We are in a Savannah world, orbiting a blue giant, surrounded by a few other planets, which I'm really excited to check out once we get a bit more research done. We've got Ice Giant over there, some Malusols. This is all generated by the Galactic Scale mod with their Galactic Scale 2 generator. It looks very, very cool. And of course, there is the Dark Fog Hive out there. Oof. All right, what is your radius? Your radius is 3.97, but you got 2.4 luminosity. That's going to be amazing when we start getting solar sails out. But I'm getting slightly ahead of myself because first we must do this. I think we want to beeline for metallurgy. And then we're going to want to do assembling. And then we're going to want to do this. And as before, that was... So what's that? That's 20 gears, 30 electronic components, and... So we need... Yeah, yeah. So 30 circuits, 20 gears, 10 of these. Gotcha. So let's make... I think that will make us 20 of those, which should be perfect. And then we need to farm up some... and I need to make use of this the way I was doing it before, which worked really, really well. Which was
Replication complete.
Sorry, wrong one. Which was to power this. Use that as an opportunity to pick up a bunch of copper. Which we turn into the requisite plates. So it was just quite a solid little start we had before. So let's do that, and then we'll pick this up, and we'll move it over to the iron again, so that we are always crafting, and our nose is insanely itchy. Ah! Oh, that's so good. How many mods we got installed? Literally 2. Galactic Scale for the more interesting planets, and more mecha drone tweaks just to make the building faster in the early game, because I find the early game drones to be absolutely just like ruinously painful to use, to the point where they make me like not want to play the game. So I need 10 of those. I need 20 of these. Oh. 20 of those. Oh, that's 40. And we needed 30 gears? It doesn't matter. We'll just do it like this. I think it was 30 of these, 20 gears. So let's get all that queued up. And that should help us chomp through this early research and really make some progress here. Alright, so we got plenty of space to build on. That's the wonderful thing with these Savannah planets. However, we don't have much water.
Research complete.
Do we have any water? We do. We have a little bit of water in these rivers. Okay, because without water we wouldn't be able to progress. But we do have oil and we do have water. So we can actually play this through. This is going to be very cool. All right, the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to make one of these. Just a single one. We'll be fine for now. And we're going to put down 2 smelters over there. And another smelter over here.
Research complete.
Beautiful. I probably should have done logistics before the assembly machine, but it's okay. And this one's just going to make us gears once we get them. Okay, you are going to make these. You are going to make these. You are going to make these. Mecha's core is dangerously low. That is damn true. I can't pick up the oil yet. We're going to have to go farming for a little bit of wood. Whatever we can scrounge up, basically. This is not good.
Research complete.
Okay, we are getting power back. Lovely. And is there any coal nearby? That would be the dream. There's a little bit of coal. Yes, right over there. Okay, let's go get it. Does it have oil only on his forehead? Listen. Okay, my nose is so itchy. Why does this always happen at the end of a stream? Oh my god. Ah, so itchy. Okay. It's because the cocaine is wearing off. That's what it is. Must be. Well, I have to take a bit of a detour here. We can make some wind turbines while we walk. And that's a pretty good use of those resources early on. And let's just farm up a little bit of this. Oh, I should have made another one of these. Yes, I did. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, thank you. Yes, I understand. I have... Okay, thank you. I understand I have belts and conveyors. Thank you. And there's my wind turbine. Look at that. Wow, this is really... It's really down there. Wonder what that's about. We can burn the organic crystals. I'd really rather not. It's not the best use of them. They are pretty helpful later on. Oh, the what? Don't worry about it. Your mom will tell you when you're ready. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, if you were insane enough to even attempt to use controlled substances like that in Korea. I genuinely think they might, like, crucify you. If you have smoked weed, like, anywhere on Earth as a Korean citizen, regardless of whether or not it's legal in that jurisdiction, you go to jail, buddy. Like, you're done. They do not play when it comes to controlled substances in this country. It is one of those things where you've got to be some special kind of stupid to be pursuing, you know, that kind of lifestyle out here. South Korea is not a country that chills when it comes. They are not in the blunt rotation, let me tell you. I need that one. Thank you. And good for him, you know? Their house, their rules, yada yada. Alright, let's wire all this up. You can connect here. You're going to make me just some gears for now.
Replication complete. Insufficient materials.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I do need some stone. If I can just find a rock. If it would just be light, it would be much easier. No chill daddy there? No, dude, no. Not in Korea. I ain't smoking the reefer. Alright, and put that away. Beautiful. Okay, I think that is basically as good as it's going to get to start. We'll pick up some ingots. Lovely. And we will get back to work. So I need to make a little box. Just, you know what, use all that. Make more box. More box, more good. We have more power. More power, more better. Put that all down over there. And look at this. Look at this. We are scaling and the dark fog is already on its way to kill us. So we need to get to bullets right away. I think this is like literally the second thing we're going to make. After we do need labs first though. We can't one before the other, right? Okay, so I just need to make a few more of these, which just requires a few rings, which just requires some iron. Let's make a few of those. Okay, lovely. So that's done. You get to put your gears in a box. And that box will go here. And this is going to make belts. That is literally all you are going to do. You are going to get one more of these, which is going to produce belts. And the belts will go here. Alright, so that's going to get made. Then we start on the tech tree, to be honest. I genuinely think we just need to handcraft, like, enough of these to get started. So that we can survive. So you make me 20 of those, that'll work, and 20 of those, and then we can make 20 of these. Because you can go here in the meantime. Oh, I don't have any of these. Okay. Well, let's give you making belts. I'll pick up the iron. Let's put that away. We'll pick up the gears. Let's put that away. And just like that, we've got belts getting made. Okay, we can pick those up. So you're working on that. You know what? Interrupt that for a second. Make me like 5 of these. And then go back to making these 20. I need more iron. Seems to me E and SE, East and Southeast Asia super hate drugs considering how harsh they are about them. Yeah, but look, I mean, the current Western liberalization of substances is a fairly new thing, right? Like it is historically.
Fog clusters launching
These, you know, Western countries controlled substances very heavily as well. That is not unique to Asia. What is unique to Asia is that they still do it today. Although that's not true. I mean, there are some countries in the West, like the US, for example, right? Where it's basically like a prison. It's a life prison sentence for some people. Because they get you into the prison system and then you sort of get stuck there.
Replication
if you participate even recreationally in these things.
Insufficient materials.
And whether or not you agree with, like, if that's good or bad, you have to admit that it is kind of the case. Okay, so we have this. Put that there. Put that right there. And we should have made everything we need to make these. So let's get 20 of those. Electromagnetic matrix, beautiful. And we're just going to feed them as we get them. Oh, I do not need to do that. I could just do this in my inventory, but I don't think I will. I think we're going to do this here. Just because it gets a slightly better power efficiency than we do. In that the power is free. Alright, let's continue to scale. So, we need to get iron and copper. I'm also going to immediately research... I suppose we can do this for the moment. And then we'll do that. I can just pick up some iron and copper plates. I'm going to make another handful of these. I'm going to make another handful of these. And I'm going to make a handful of these. And then we're going to turn those into whatever we need for the next bit. And really, I think I need to just go pick up more stone while we let all of that research and craft. Oh, and to be honest, I need to make 10 more of those as well. One of these days we'll find a rock, and then you're all going to be countries' sort of approach to substances. You kind of need to consider the law, not the reality, because the law is what's used to justify the reality, if that makes any sense. In that, like, yes, in Pakistan it may be that it's not particularly well enforced, but at any moment it could just be enforced for an individual, and therefore, like, they get relegated to a life in prison or whatever. So it is, I think there is some value in just kind of staying, I don't know, skeptical, and like going by what the country says, not just by what they do. Judge them by their actions, not only their words, kind of thing.
Insufficient materials.
No, other way around. Judge them by their words, not their actions. I got backwards. All right, so you've got me most of the goods. Where'd that last one go? It's a bit odd. Okay, so you're making the mecha core. That's fantastic. Keep doing that. I think now we should be able to make some of these. Yes. And let's go out to our coal mine. Where the hell was that? Oh, man, I'm never going to find it in the dark. Just so I can keep walking.
Replication complete.
Oh, and the mecha core has also given us a faster baseline, so now we don't lose energy while walking. Excellent. That tech is pretty useful. Okay, I mean, I could very slowly walk over there, or we could just get close enough to pick it up. Come on. There we go. Thank you. We're at 10% threat. They will be coming again soon. Don't you worry. The dark fog never rests. We're gonna be able to get you out easily. Not really. Let's move the box to there. And we'll just put a single connection.
Insufficient materials.
Make me one of those, please. And then you know what? Make me a bunch of these. Alright, so that's going to allow us just a little bit more power in the reserve. And let's walk back to our base. Where is the base? The base is over there. Is Lily eating the internet? Always. Stream's dying? Interesting. I've dropped 0 frames, so it shouldn't be dying.
Replication complete.
Yeah, I think just refresh your browsers, gentlemen. I think you might just be seeing a bug.
Insufficient materials.
In the wild. How lucky. Okay, yeah, you're going to use that. You're going to shoot. Lovely. I think I'm going to commit
insufficient materials.
One of these early on. Like this is just going to make bullets from now on. Insufficient materials. You will make me le bullet. And it's literally, it's just like 3 copper? 3 copper. And then the bullet goes in the box. In the bullet box.
Insufficient materials.
And I'm just gonna let that stack. Let's do like, we'll do like a 3 stack. And what we're gonna do, we'll run a separate line going... Am I at the equator? I am, that's awesome. Okay, so the equator runs this way. I believe. Yes, that's north.
Replication complete.
North is above us. Good, that's north. So the equator runs here. This is the equator. So we're going to do a little bit of a build down there. And we have belts being automated, so I've got 200. We can get started. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, let's run these down. This is how we're going to do this. Then, let's get a pair of mining drills. Beautiful. And honestly, we should be crafting wind turbines when we're not doing anything else. Like, we should just always be crafting wind turbines. So let's make sure we're doing that. And for that, I need iron ore.
Insufficient materials.
And more iron ore. And more iron ore. And more iron ore. And guess what? You're not going to believe what comes next. It's more iron ore. Streamlabs won't load the channel and shows LU as offline? Am I offline right now? I had hair 35 months ago. Your Honor, I accept no correlation between what my client is experiencing and what I have done to him. Is it still crashing? So weird. So some people are crashing, some are not. I have dropped 0 frames. No frames have been dropped. Literally not a single one. I wonder what that's about. Hold on. How about now? Huh. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's not panic. It should be fine. I'm just kidding. Panic and sell everything. Warren Buffett, 2026. Everyone freak out, sell everything. It's time to panic. The world's greatest investor. Send that out there. All right. So we should be able to do something here. I'm thinking, always dangerous. I'm thinking we do a twofer on the magnets, and then we do a 4-piece on the iron.
Replication complete.
And I need to make more of these.
Insufficient materials.
And we will make those one at a time. Thank you. And then I'm thinking further. Again, always dangerous. This is going to go into there, and then we're actually going to come down so I can get these slightly closer together, because I do have a nefarious plan for this. Okay, so that's going to be my 4th iron. And then we're going to put these things out on belts. This is going to be like super simple starter smelter just to get things rolling. Okay, and then I want a pair of copper smelters as well. And I think, why did it do the whole every time with this? Go to there. Go to there. And then we can expand this later. Okay, so you need to go in. You are going to be iron. Put that in there. You're going to be this. What are they called? Magnets. You're going to be copper. Copper. And we're going to lose a whole bunch of power here. Okay, excellent. So we can then bring this out into sort of the beginnings of a little bus, right? You can see the machinations forming here, because I want to do the whole box crafting thing we did in the first attempt. Didn't really work, so I do kind of want to just do this Factorio style. Sacrilege, I know. All right, and that should be able to get us a lot. We're gonna do a lot with this already. These serve literally no purpose except to be turned. Why is it? It's deleting the whole thing. These serve no purpose except to be turned into magnets. So let's just turn them into magnets. And I'm actually going to shift everything up a little bit. I'm going to do this piece by piece. So you can hop over here and you can come along there like that. Let's do it a bit differently. You're going to come over there and then you're going to turn just like so. And then I should be able to get a couple of these in here to make the magnets. Yes, dude.
Insufficient materials.
Okay, we're starting to cook. Something's happening. There's something strange in your neighborhood. Now, we will not be able to run all of these smelters. Not on a single iron line, but that's okay. This is once one of the groups backs up, the other ones will run, and it'll balance out, right? We're literally only using the magnets to make the coils. That fourth iron being like 1 square off is going to get me. It is just for the energy. But it's okay. See? The thing about life is that you can choose to succumb to its little idiosyncrasies, or you can rage against the dying of the light. I leave it to you to decide which one is a better way to spend your 20s. All right, you are going to make me them magnet boys, them. And honestly, just 2 of these is probably overkill anyway, so let's just do it like this. And we're just getting a little starter bus going. Just the smallest little bus. A little bus that could. Could you cancel this, please, and just start making those? Thank you. Okay, you need power here. You need power here. And this is working. And honestly, you can move up, and this doesn't need to be this long. And you are going to make coils. Take as many as I can give you. And you are going to take inserters. And you are going to be placed like this. And then it's going on a belt. Everything is belts. Everything is computer, as they say. And I think we're going to want a double output here. Because we do produce 2 at a time on this. Alright, so that gives us 3 of the 5 main resources we need to start with. So I'm going to have another smelter right at the end. And what's up? Yeah, like a small amount. Maybe like a small plate. Yeah, with some veggies. Thank you. I'm getting dinner. My braless wife has brought me a sandwich, not asked for. Anyone else going crazy in 2026 or just me? You are going to turn... You know what? I'm not even going to put that on there. You are just going to turn iron into gears. What is my purpose? You're about to find out, buddy. Okay, and straight up, most of these are just going to become gears anyway, so... Nah, we'll just do one. We'll just do one. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be plenty. It'll be plenty. You'll see. You'll all see. You're all gonna see. So I should be able to do that. And then I think we can do something like this. And that will give us gears. Okay, and we've got gears getting made. Beautiful.
There you go.
Is it already cooked? Oh, thank you. Look at this. I don't know if you can't see. We got vegetable sticks and potato chips. Breakfast of champions. Okay, I'll mute in a second and eat that. We are also going to... We have copper. We have magnetic coils. We have gears. We have iron. We need to make circuits. That is the last thing we're missing. Oh, this game's so much easier when you just play it like a normal person. That dog fog is coming, though. The dog fog is coming, though. Make no mistake. It's on the damn way. All right, and then we're gonna put the circuit manufacturing right here. I'm going to do something like this. And I don't think we need copper in any of our early machines, so the copper can stop here. I literally don't think a single one of the early machines takes copper in it. So we don't need that on the belt for a while. Alright, so you're going to make those. You're going to take in... We definitely need iron. Like, that's 100%, no doubt, faux show. And so I think we can bring you across to here. And then I suppose we just put it on the belt. Something like this. So we'll bring the iron forward. We'll bring circuits forward. And again, we'll do a double up. And look at that. We've got a bus. And it's even in the correct form factor. Okay, so how do I do my buses? Let's learn together. I'm going to go get some more belts and we're going to build this out. Move the iron for 5% more efficiency. They don't know, said it. They don't know that it's the oldest joke on this channel. They lack the critical information. Okay, pick that up. Lovely. Lovely. Oh, we got plenty. Complete. Oh, and here comes the next attack. Let's spend a little bit more time building some turrets as well. Yay. Yay, turrets. And also give me some circuits and some gears and such. We definitely going to want boxes for all this as well. But yeah, could you give me... let's just get a little handful more of these. It's just a couple, I think. I need just plain old iron. Do they even make that anymore?
Replication complete.
Yeah, you know what? Just give me a handful of those. And I'm actually going to run over to the coal. We're going to pick up a full stack for the old chimney. And then we build the base. And then this game begins, okay? Okay, while I do that, I am going to mute. Because the threat is coming, and there'll be plenty to see.
Replication complete. Dark fog clusters launching an assault. Replication complete.
GG, go next. Ah, shit, there's another one?
Insufficient materials. Building destroyed. Building destroyed. Replication complete. Insufficient materials. Insufficient materials. Insufficient materials.
Okay, there we go. I didn't think you'd want to hear me slurping down on all my delicious food there. All right, so this is my belt. This is my basic bus design. So we've got the resources coming in from the back, right? Doesn't matter where you get them from, as long as they're all coming in on one side. You run one belt 3 width, which is your back belt. That's the one at the edge. Everything after that is going to be 2 wide. And then you leave a 3 wide space in between for your next set of belts. And the reason for that is it just so happens to be the exact amount of space you need to put a box or another printer. And then, if you run 2 wide, you can still reach over that to put things away. So this is really, really important. It allows you to expand rapidly as the game goes on. And so all you do is, let's say, for example, that later on I need circuits up here. Like I've built a few layers up, and I'm sort of like, you know, we got there, and we got a couple more rows, and we gone up a bit. Well, all I need to do is this. I can run them. It would look something like this. And then it's not the fastest, but it also doesn't need to be fast, right? Because you're not building these things super quickly. You're just building them as quickly as you can build them. And then you just sort of hop it over the others, and you can connect. And it's that simple. You can also go up and over, but I kind of like doing it like this. I think it's quite simple. So that's my basic bus design. It'll come together as we expand now, you'll see. Well, that can stay there. All right, so let's continue. We've got ourselves some splitters. Those are now, sorters. Those are now placed on the line, and I want like 600 of those. And I'm going to want like, let's say 1,000 belts saved up. So most of our resources, well, I'm going to put the most vital things first, like the things I need to always be made, because it'll take a while for this to fill up. The next thing that I think is particularly useful is these assembling machines. We're going to need a lot of these in order to make everything else. So we might as well get them produced. And that just so happens to take everything from over here. And I'll put down that right there. And of course, it needs to go into a box. Now, the next things that we need to put on this belt are going to be stone and glass, and they'll come in on these lines. Because we can't, for example, I would love to make depots next. And that's exactly what this spot is going to be. This will be for the mighty depot. But, unfortunately, we don't have stone bricks. So I can't make it right now. I can put the iron in. And eventually this will come through. But until then, no luck. And you can see this in action. So I already know that I'm going to have this one be the stone and that one be the glass, so we'll just set it up just like that. Okay, cool. Let's actually go sort out the glass situation. So, where is the nearest stone patch? Very far away appears to be the answer. We have a tiny bit of stone, 2 mils. There's probably 1 patch on this little moon. And I am not seeing it, man. I do like the look of this planet, though. I gotta say, oh, it's right next to the dark fog. Okay. Oh, there's one a bit further away. There's one a bit further away. Okay, let's go get that. So that's gonna have to run. Well, good thing we're making belts, because that's gonna have to run a very long way. Hard disk drive. Hello. The best basic bus design? I'm gonna say corset, but I don't know. I'm not an expert on these matters, I'm afraid. Only heard about them in tales. How do I go up and down a level in this game? I press the up arrow? I press the up arrow. Okay, so let's bring it up to there, and then we want to go down. So we'll snap down to here and connect. And then you're going to go up a level. I do wish Factorio allowed you to do... I mean, I guess Factorio has underground belts for this, right? And then you go down to there. Alright, so this is where our glass and stuff is going to come from. And the reason that I am moving it over is because I think I'm going to do the smelting right here. So let's get that pre-planned. For now, we'll just have 1 for glass. Eventually, it'll be more, of course. There'll be 1 for glass. We'll connect that in right there. You know what? Let's not box ourselves in too much. We'll do 1 for glass like this, and we'll do a couple for stone like that. Ironically enough, if we had more stone, we would have more furnaces to work with. Oh, no, wrong way. You're going to be the outputs. And you guys will be set up for stone bricks. And you will be set up for glass. And we bring the stone ore. Okay. My cat is telling me it is time for bed. She's going to continue to scream until I do what she wants. There is no peace in this world. There is only the will of Lily. And unfortunately, she has decided that the stream now ends. It was always going to go down this way. It was either going to be that she presses the power button and kills it, or she does this. Okay, we'll run 1 long boy for now. That's going the wrong damn way. Can you please go that way? Thank you. Oh, she's gone away for a second. Maybe we keep going. The stone was up yonder. Up yonder. Let's go get it. Do I have... No, I don't have any mining machines. We're going to need some mining machines, and we are going to need some wind turbines.
Insufficient materials.
And we're going to need some turrets, and we're going to need some bullets. Because that is going to get attacked first. 100%. They'll go for whatever's closest to them. We got 133 bullets. It's a start. It is certainly a start. What's your holdup? You just need more inserters. Happy to oblige. Okay, there we go. That should speed that up significantly. Cat loves stepping on the power button. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, she certainly does. Let's actually... I want to avoid that silicon. I know I'm going to want that space later, so let's do
Replication
this.
complete.
And we will bring a pair of lines for the moment. And where am I going again? I'm going up. It's our moment. We are going to be golden. I have heard that song so much. It is basically Korea's new national anthem. Thank you very much, Korean American community. Very cool. Let's just pick up a little bit more. We're going to need more belts, so let's pick up more belts. You know what? I do need to run a double line, but I think for now we'll just run the stone line. And then the rest will be history. Hopefully. Some bullets? Yeah. Mind bullets. And actually, you know what? I'll take those for myself. And they can all have 25 bullets otherwise. Okay, we do need to run a full line for both of these. But until we get the ability to do so... Oh, no, I need to turn here. Sorry. You know what? Let's avoid going along this meridian if we can help it. So I'm going to do something like this then. You know what? I think we actually have enough belts to do this, astonishingly. Yep, we do. I don't think they'll attack the belts. I think they attack power-producing structures first. It's not like the biters. Cat has opinions on my base setup. I'll have you know that base setup is gorgeous. We just spawned 600 years away from the nearest stone mine. Okay, that is a 10 out of 10 starter base. It is going to make everything. Vloggerboss CZ Yeah has subscribed to the Unemployment's Benefit Program. Thank you, Streamlabs. Very cool. Hey, there it is. Okay, one more. There it is again. There it is again. Oh, there it is again. So, gamers, I have a little bit more of a lore update for you. I went and did my health check. Full cancer screening, the works. Good news first. We're clear. No cancer markers. No issues with the old prostate. Apparently there was some calcification. Don't exactly know what that means, but I do know the doctor told me not to worry about it, so I'm choosing to believe him. So that's nice. That's nice. So the old pooper's still working fine. There were no polyps in the colon. I know you care about this very much, so I'm happy to let you know. However, blood work was all clear, except creatine levels were kind of high, which I thought was odd. They said that could be stress. And I was like, they said, do you have a stressful life? I was like, I'm a foreigner in South Korea. And they said, what does that mean? And I was like, you're clearly not the person I need to be talking to about this. If you were a real one, you would know. And then they said that my cholesterol was a little on the high side.
Insufficient materials.
Which I was very disappointed to hear, because I've worked pretty hard to be, relatively healthy, I think. And apparently that hasn't quite been enough. And so I am now on a very annoying low cholesterol diet, which basically means that all the things that once brought me joy are now my worst enemy. Imagine Dragon style.
Insufficient materials.
So imagine my feeling when.
Insufficient materials.
Oh, thank God. We have enough. We can build one power turbine. Sorry, one power pole, which lets us turn that on. Okay, gorgeous. This doesn't need that much power. It's currently hogging a lot because of the mines. They're all kicking on at the same time. But there we go. We got plenty of stone coming in. Eat more fiber. It's always the answer. I have done so. So now I have another lore update. I have now procured ADHD medication. I went to a psychiatrist and I was like, look, I know I got it. You know I got it. What you got for me? And they prescribed me the non-stimulant one, which is Stratira, which I am very, very grateful for, because I did not want a bunch of amphetamines, to be completely honest. First man in the history of the world to say this. And I've decided that I'm going to do my best to kind of just, I don't know. We're gonna take the required dose, very low dose to start with, obviously. The reason I'm even telling you this is because I do think that it is going to affect the channel. I think a lot of the madness that we have all come to, well, that you have come to enjoy and which I have come to fear, a lot of that does come from the fact that my brain doesn't work properly. And so if we start making it work properly, some of that is going to go away. But that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Just between you and me. I realize this may be hard for some of you to hear, but living a life of complete chaos and total and constant just disruption. It's not as fun as it sounds, and the internet, to an extent, has romanticized it. But I think they've also kind of got the core notes down, which is that everyone in your life is always annoyed at you, and everything you do is somehow, getting in someone else's way. And it's just, it would be nice to not live like that for a little bit. So we're going to test out the ADHD meds, but you may notice the vibe change a little bit, especially on the streams. I'm only on my second day now, and it'll take a couple of weeks to like a couple months to really see any results. But I'm just letting you know. My enjoyment of a channel makes so much sense as a fellow ADHDer. Listen, there are dozens of us. But also, like, you understand better than anyone that this is... Like, this ain't the way people were meant to live, man. Like, this... it's tough out here. Alright, so what's our biggest holdup right now? It's gears, unsurprisingly. Very unsurprisingly, actually. Let's pick this up. And let's produce more gears. Of war, or otherwise. Honestly, I'm just going to steal some right off this belt. It's got its own dedicated export. You know what? If you're not feeding the gears, why don't you put some on the belt too? I think that's a fine plan. It's a simple way to do that. And then you can run a belt here. And you can connect up. And you know what? You can feed straight in there too. Let's do it all. You're going to make gears. Because we're going to need a lot of gears. Especially early on. Until this stuff backs up, we need so many gears. And you know what? Early game, I'm going to do 3 stacks just so we can allow this to back up a little bit. Okay, that's what I want to see. Wind turbines. Let's go put them down. Ritalin didn't work for me because I found out that it smells really good. Yeah, so that was also part of it. I didn't want anything that could potentially cause other forms of disruption in my life. I've got a very tentative grasp on reality as it is. I don't need any help undermining it, you know? Okay, more power, more good. More wind turbine, more power. You see the feedback loop we're getting into here. The factory shall grow. Oh, no, very nice. Come on, give me another one. Give me another one, you little shit. Oh, we are now almost at... Oh, I'm seeing blue. I'm seeing blue. Always blue. Oh, and I can squeeze one in right there as well. Lovely. All right, next up, I think we build smelters. I think that's going to be a pretty big one. You are going to make le smelter. Very nice. And you know what? Right next to you... Why don't we knock out... Anything else I can knock out real quick? Can't do you yet, because you hate me. Can't do any of those yet.
Dark fog clusters launching an assault.
Dark fog clusters launching an assault. My life is about to become much more complicated. I would love thermal power. I have learned no lessons, and I plan to learn no more. Okay, I also very quickly need to make a couple more of these. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I might need you, sir. Yep, I'm definitely going to need you, sir. Ah, crap. Blast him. Blast him, Mr. Turret. Blast him dead. Interestingly, they didn't go after the mine. Huh. Okay, well, they're scaling. Well, we got a long ways to go, though. Let's pick up a bunch of this. And a bunch of this. And I do need to put these in boxes, I am aware. And we can make a few... We can just handcraft a few more science packs here. Sure, make me 40. That'll get us started. Can I make a little bit more? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so that's going to get us that research. Awesome. Let's put this down here. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. We actually want to copy over from here so that we have it saved at 2 stacks. Yes. Then, what do you take? You take a lot of things. You are going to need a twofer on these so that it's fast. You can take 1 here and 2 here because that's the same speed. And then we need to bring in stone. And I'm actually going to bring in the stone on this side because then I think I'll put a machine that also needs it next to it. So I'll have you on first priority. Is there anything else we make take stone at this stage? No. Okay, so never mind. Sometimes it's nice to like double these up, but that wasn't necessary there. Let's just bring it in over here where it's not in the way. You don't need to leave two wide gaps on your bus like this. It's totally unnecessary, actually. This is mostly for like late game when I need space to move things up and down. It is nice to just have that space. So I put it in as a future-proofing thing, but you don't need to do it. You can get around it if you're creative. All right, so that's working away. We love to see it. We do now have thermal power, which does take stone. So that would have been okay. Well, run it back. Crap. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do. I did not hit her. I did not. You do this. Good. And then you do this, and then we do it all again, and you do the hokey pokey, and you turn it all around, and so on and such as, and then you put these in there, thank you. And then you need to move up one, and you're gonna, actually, you know what? This is gonna be a twofer. And you're gonna bring stone, flint and stone. Gonna bring that in there, and god damn it, I do need this medication. Okay, I wasn't sold until I just lived through that moment. You can make me some thermal plants. Okay, so you'll get your stone.
Replication
Lovely.
complete.
And we need to pick up more of these. And it is not lost on me, in fact, that we actually want to flip this, because I want to be making furnaces before I'm making thermal plants. So we want to make sure that the furnace gets inserted first. There we go. Lovely. Okay, then you can come here, and you can make a single stack of those. Will be plenty. All right, what else do we need here, people? Oh, we got a full stack. We got a full stack. Okay, for now, you chill. Just, yeah. One stack is plenty. Let's go. This is eventually going to get torn out because this is where the bus is going to be. So I'm pretty fine with putting this here because we will rip this out. So as we replace wind power, this is where we can do it. Rock and stone. I will hopefully be procuring my own non-stimulant brain slowy meds within the next month. Both Ritalin and Adderall did nothing for my ADHD. Instead, I got the side effects 10x. I'm also worried about that, right? With high cholesterol and a history of heart disease in the family, I am a little bit worried about taking like stimulants for very obvious reasons. So I am very much happy to take the slow route. The doctor was actually quite apologetic. She was like, look, a lot of people, they want the good stuff. I'm not going to give it to you because of your heart or your potential issues with your heart. There are no issues with my heart right now. Perfect health. It's just cholesterol's a little high. So like the risk of heart issues is increased. And I was like, you know what, lady? You're speaking my language. Now make me a Vegemite sandwich. I said those words to her. Everyone, the whole bus clapped. Hey, Sun Badger. It's very late at night for me. So this stream is, well, hold on, two things. One, the camera has become very dark, which means it's time to increase the shutter speed. Maybe not that much. Maybe that much. Maybe it's not so bad. Perhaps it's okay. It's all right. It's a little too much. How about that? How about that with a little more ISO? That's exactly the same. Perfect. Perfect. Just the way I want to see it. Okay, what was I doing? I was building snuff. Stuff and things. Okay, you come in. You are going to be labs. And you need glass. Of all the conundra to face. Now we stack. Look at that. We got 600 inserters. And this is going to be making everything. I know we've basically taken a break from the playthrough to do this, but my plan was we get this all set up today, and then when we come back, we're cooking. We got everything we need. We're all set. Again, you come here. Beautiful. And that'll give me a stack of labs when it gets around to it. Let's get a stack of these, put that one back. I know I'm bottoming out my resources by doing this, but I really don't mind. I think it's worth doing. I'm just going to take a stack of each and then put them back, and then we'll work with the rest. Okay, you can take all of the surplus I'm carrying. Got a whole bunch of crud that I just do not need. Can make a single stone brick and give it to him. Got some titanium. That's rather interesting. In fact, why don't we go to the beginning here? And before we do anything else, we are going to put down a couple of boxes to just store these basic resources. So you will store copper. You can do copper, you can do magnets, you'll do the iron, you can do the gears and the circuits. And let's just drop that down to 1. And then do this. And these are like, this is the whole point of this. The whole purpose is just as a buffer so that I can pick it up if I need it. So you are 1, and you get the long one. Is that everything? That's all 5 things to bring it in. Okay, and then I just need the same for glass and for stone. And we can do that there for stone. And sure, right there for glass. But maybe not like that. Alright, and that should just literally just lit the whole one stack, so that we've always got it available for pocket crafting should we need to pocket craft. Not that we should ever need to pocket craft. In fact, we should really avoid pocket crafting if possible. Next up, I'm actually going to do something sacrilegious, and I'm going to... well, first up, we'll probably do storage tanks there, and then we're going to have to go across the river. We built our mall vertically. We built them over. Everybody? My camera orientation switched and I built them all vertically. He went Germany on Africa. Okay. Run it back. This is... I have to change this. Otherwise it's not going to work. And it's okay. It's a very minor change. It's a very minor change. Thankfully, we've got all the stuff we need being made right here. Turns out, once you built the accidental mall, it's really easy to build the right one again. Okay, we're just gonna change the angle of attack a little bit on this bad boy, okay? Don't you even worry about it. Don't you even worry about it. It is also very... That's the kind of mistake where you know it's bedtime. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, and actually this now needs to move as well, which means that needs to move. A lot of this stuff is gonna... Oh, it's all gonna have to move, obviously. Let's put down a box, and we'll sort all this crap out later. All the raw resources, I'm just gonna put away, and we'll figure out what to do with them later. Okay, you lot. Okay, you need to go... You need to go. You need to go. Thankfully, setting this up the second time is pretty quick. Because we don't have to handcraft anything. It's all there. I'm going to pull it up in stages. So that's going to come like this. And we're just going to turn. So that's 1, 2, 3, and turn. Yeah, okay. And pick up the wind turbines. The ones we just put down. And we go on the equilaterals. Good night, man. Good night, good night, good night, everybody. I'll be live for another 20 minutes or so, and then I think that is time. I'm literally going to turn this bus around. We're going to finish building the last things we've got at this tech level, and then we go night-night. And next stream, we tackle it again. And then, you know what? This has given me a little bit of a Dyson Sphere-shaped itch. I'm thinking maybe just maybe we make a video on this game. Maybe not. I don't know. It is, I think Magic's gonna shoot me with a gun. With his magic pistol. If I don't produce content for our real project. The real reason we've been so quiet. Which is largely legal. Coming to a games distributor near you. It's not. It's not. It won't be. In fact, it's going to not be gaming related whatsoever. That's sort of the whole point of the pivot. Okay, so this is very similar. Don't worry. Don't panic. We just adjust it very slightly. Okay, so let's get the coal. Let's get it all set up again. Oh, and now we have a bunch of furnaces we can use too. You love to see it. All right, we'll run it back. So this will be glass. And this will be stone. And it's going to come out from here. And the whole bus is going to clap. So the reason I can't build it vertically is because Dyson Sphere Program is a sphere. And spheres, well, hear me out. They don't map to a 2D plane very well, which means that when you cross over like the lines of parallel, like the longitude lines, sometimes you can get like it kinks. And it can make it really difficult to build long blueprints. So if you want to build long things, you got to go east to west, not north-south, as a simple foundational rule. Okay, you're going to be stone, you're going to be glass. And I think at this point you know the drill. If this was a YouTube video, you better believe we'd be cutting right here. But it's not. So you're just going to have to suffer through it with me. Alright, and we stamp, stamp, stamp. No. What have you done? Stamp, stamp, stamp. And you're done. And you are going to feed into here. And you're going to come over and feed into there. And maybe, just maybe, we win. Maybe we win this day. Perhaps. Perhaps, maybe. Carly Rae Jepsen? Jepsen? What was her name? Put all that away. Thank you. Thank you. Very cool. Alright. Then. Again. Box. Go away. Box. Go away. You are going to be a one-tile box. You are going to be a one-tile box. And honestly, maybe we put all the boxes up here, actually. So we'll do... Yeah, let's do like glass, stone, copper, and coils. And then iron circuits and gears. And those are all one pieces. Perfect. In. Nope. In. And you're going to say, Lodge Unemployed. My dear, beautiful bald man. When exactly were you planning on giving us these blueprints? And the answer is the blueprints don't exist, and they may never. But if the series goes on long enough, who knows what the future may hold. Alright, now we get to do something really fun, which is to hit F2, hit the plus button, and pick it all up in one go. All that work, gone in a flash. Okay, you are no longer connected to my grid, though, which is not good enough, I'm afraid. So let's just make sure that connects over there. And now we do it all again. Alright, so this is the bottom of the bus. Let's start. So we are going to do... That is going to be belts. That is going to be inserters. Let's do belts. Let's do inserters. Let's get the boxes set up for both of them. And the input set up for both of them. And we want all of that feeding in. And you are going to be circuit, steel. Ooh, I need to flip this. Hold on, one change. One very important change. That must not be... that must not be iron, and that must not be gears. That would be, as the kids say, real bad. So what we're going to do to fix that is just hop over. We're going to turn around, and we're going to move this through as iron, because that needs to be closest, because we use it the most often. And then gears are going to do a little hop, skip, and a jump of their own. And we're going to come out, and we're going to go up one. We're going to come over, and we're going to go down one. And we're all going to be very happy about this layout. Excellent. Okay, then these two will switch. So I'll just pick it up. Easy peasy. And chat, if I'm ignoring you, don't worry. That's because I'm doing it. If you feel I'm ignoring you, sorry, don't worry. That's because I am. I'm rushing to get this finished. And we'll come back with fresh eyes and a fresh mind in the next stream. Okay, so that's got the basics building again. And we resume. So then I think let's do a 1, 2 there, a 1, 2 there, a 1, 2 there. I think we'll do something like this rather. And let's just go down this list sequentially. So I do want to make sure, with the exception of these assembly machines, these do need to be built first. So that we can control how many we're building. I think a 1 stack of that is plenty for now. I think a 3 stack of that was plenty. You know what? Make it a 2-fer. Because we can already fill it.
Is launching an assault.
Oh, and here we go. And here we go. Okay, give me one of... Which way are they coming? They're coming over here. Oh god, they are. They are coming. They are coming in. Shoot them, please. Oh, it was the planes that time. Oh, that's a lot of baddies. Oh, that scales real quick. Okay. I'm taking way too long, aren't I? Okay. We need to get turrets automated as a matter of priority. And then we need to get into research immediately. Holy snap. Okay. Pivot. Hard pivot. You are going to be making these. And then we're going to make turrets. Turrets are next. I believe that's all you take. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. You fill that up. You will make me turrets. And then you can make me... What's else down this list? Let's do smelters. And then you can be power poles and wind turbines. And then we'll do... Let's do storage boxes. It's a bit different to the other one. We'll do storage boxes and power plants. And then what else do we need? We'll do over here. Mining stations. Labs. Okay. I'm going to get this set up. Hard pivot. Listen. I'll go to bed. You'll be almost done. Okay, just one more factory. One more factory and it'll be beautiful. Okay, let's set all these up. These are all going to be 1 stack, so that's fine. With the exception of... you can be 1 stack. I want you to be a 2 stack. You be a 2 stack. And you can be a 3 stack. Yeah, you can be a 1 stack. Okay. So, what does everybody need? You need gears. You need everything. You just need everything. You greedy little turd. We'll put a power pole right there. In betwixt them. Okay, you need stone. So, we're going to have to bring a line down. That's fine. And otherwise, just the basics. Okay. Get one of those in, and let's bring a line down. I love this mall design, man. I don't know if it's the most efficient, but I was pretty chuffed with myself when I figured it out, and I haven't really seen anyone else do it like this. So that's always nice to see. It's always a good feeling when you figure out something that's truly yours, you know? Yeah, just like that. That's all you need. You need this and this and this. And that's it. Oh, it's going so quickly now. You just need a bit of... Okay, I'm going to change where this goes. So that one just needs a little bit of stone, which we'll bring in here because these guys can share a line. And I think, yeah, I want you built before you. I want you to bring that over. I want you to bring this here. And this works really well once you get tier 2 inserters. It's a little slow before that, but after that it really takes off quite well. It's a very simple, elegant system. Okay, that's getting made. You need a lot, so let's get you wired in. You need some of these. You need, I'm going to say that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that, perhaps. Okay, that's being produced. And then you're a needy little guy. You gotta get one of those, some coils, and some of these. Perfect. All right, and then let's just run these lines way down. We know this is gonna be going for a minute, so no need to be stingy. We got the belts for it. 5 more minutes, Mom! 5 minutes! 5 minutes! The stream is still interesting, probably, to someone, presumably somewhere. Maybe a little bit. Look, we're so close. We're gonna connect this and then I'm going to bed. I promise. Mom, I promise. Mom, God. Mom! Yes. Yes, this will work. I just need you to get glass. You need iron. You need a double dose of those. And you just need glass. Okay. Let's bring the glass in right here. And then I think that's everything we can currently make. With the exception, of course, of the science. But that's a pretty good start, man. It's a pretty good start. You need a power pole. Do you have one right there? So, what am I missing? I'll go through the list properly, but I think we make everything here. Which means that next time, we'll get into research. We'll build a proper research, little dedicated research building unit, and we'll work from there. So, that was pretty good. Let's hit a save. You know what? We're just going to overwrite that one. It didn't work out. YT stream basic base complete. Basic base complete? Basic base 0. Save, which in Korean means good. Okay, exit the desktop. And exit to me saying good night. Thank you all so much for hanging out today. It was genuinely a lot of fun to stream again after so long. A lot of hiccups. Sorry about that. Still dusting off the old cobwebs. But this was genuinely pretty sweet. I think we did make turrets, Pendragon. Don't worry about it. Arthur, need not worry. Excalibur is safe and sound. We've got some soggy ladies distributing swords as the basis of our means of government. So it'll all be fine in the end. Don't you worry. I'm going to timestamp this video, so hopefully future generations will be able to enjoy it as well. And when we come back next time, we'll jump straight in with that start. We probably should have done it in a separate stream, but it's okay. It's okay. Though the tower thing didn't work out. Maybe we revisit the idea. Maybe someone in the comments has some interesting way we could produce it. It could be an interesting video. But I don't know if we're gonna make it just yet. Either way, it was a lot of fun playing Dyson Sphere Program. I'll be live again at some point with more of this or more of something else. If you'd like to watch it, check out the Discord server. Link in the description. And you can enjoy me crunching loudly on celery before going to bed. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you all in the next one. Cheers.